Hello everyone, welcome to the Lost Shipyard. I'm your host Nitsify. Welcome to the Monster Campaign, a D&D heavily homebrewed campaign where my player, Sir Acrid over here, playing as Count Dragos, started off as a magma aura and is now working on his way to eventually take over an entire kingdom by evolving monsters after recruiting them. He hasn't done any attacks yet, but he's trying. He's setting up for it. Be patient! Yeah. So welcome. Welcome, everybody. So, you like Count Dragos? This...
Better.
Okay, cool. Great. Awesome. Alright. Quick little reminder for everybody. In the last episode, he went down the mountain, and, besides winning over the Snowtail, and evolving the Merc Seekers into the Mercsen, he went down, met it with the Mercsen, who just came back. And they're going to be working on, or at least not all of them, but some of them are going to be working on building a boat inside the cove. So in case something happens, y'all will have a boat to be able to use to fight back with. If the Navy comes by anytime soon. So they've started the beginning prep for naval warfare. Yay! Isn't that awesome?
I know I'm not going out there.
Nah, yeah. No, I mean, that's why you have the Mercs in, man. You probably want one other water race just to be on the safe side, but you got Mercs in.
Dude, I put a bunch of, Drusker on that fucking boat.
Dude, if they fall off, they sink.
They can't... God damn it, I'm just sinking.
Dude, that would be the most annoying fight for them, because if any of them gets knocked off the ship for some reason... Straight up, they're like, yeah, they don't have to breathe, but they can't swim. They legit can't because of how heavy they are. So they just sink, and they have to wait till they hit ground before they can even start making their way back to shore. That would be honestly probably infuriating, as a druster to deal with that.
Oh god, that...
So
that dresser might just never make it back to the island.
He would eventually. It's just he's got to hit the ocean floor. So the thing is that it really just comes to the question of how fucking far out from the shore did he fall off the boat? Because if it's not that far, then he'll be near more of the shallow area. He might be able to hit water, so the ground floor, so much sooner. But if he's out there. It might be a bit. But either way, yeah, y'all made deals with a session before that. You made deals with the Smile Man, known as Joy. You won over the Night Vines, who when they got into the town in last episode, they evolved into their new race, so there's that. So now you have Countess Lyrian, Count Ciri. One's calm, the other is definitely not. And you're heading back to the mountain area to show Count Zugog, one of the two counts for your Mercsen. The other one being Countess Ciricia. You were showing him what mountain to go up so you could find the ruins and bring the rest of the Mercsen that aren't going to be working on the boat to the village. And then you heard a whistle. And that is where we ended off, if I remember correctly. So...
Yeah, I might have had... Oh, I had Count Ciri, too.
You did have Count Ciri with you. You are correct on that. I just wanted
to see what he could do. I was like, yeah, no,
okay.
You can come along, because in case we run into something.
Now, if somebody goes back and that isn't the case for some reason, because maybe we misremembered,
I was just thinking about it.
Yeah. If we did say... sorry. Go for it.
No, you're good.
Go for it.
I was like, I feel like someone's missing, and I was just scrolling through the people.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That is completely valid. I know you also had him, planning stuff, so I was like, I couldn't remember. I was like, did he get left behind, or not sure? Okay.
It became one of those, hey, sorry, I'm immediately pulling you away.
Yeah, right. That is correct. So, just as a quick reminder for people, heading into this fight, we have Count Ciri Countess Hysis, Count Zugog, and Count Dragos versus people they haven't even found yet. They've only heard the whistle. I'm pretty sure Count Hysis was with you because you wanted to drag her away from everybody, if I remember right.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, okay, that checks then. Also, I want to say something real quick. I want to double check your audio. Just real fast. Yeah, you're super quiet. Why are you so quiet out of nowhere? I know you sounded quiet.
I was a little bit further away.
Oh, okay. Okay.
I'm unironically setting up tea.
That is valid. I just looked over and you're at like 35 decibels. I'm like, hold up. You're quiet. Because I thought it was just me, because I was struggling to hear you over my own music. Because I know it's quieter for everybody on the recording, but for me, who actually is running it, it's fucking, like, it's there. It's loud. So, like, you were talking at audio level for me with the music, which, granted, they could still hear you over the music, but I couldn't. And I was sitting there, I'm like, what the fuck did he say?
My bad.
Nah, you're good.
Also, like, Anya's asleep, so I'm sitting here like,
Yeah, no, that's valid. Okay, so, I'm gonna be honest, like, I don't think, I guess, I don't really know what we can do here for this, because I don't think I had you roll a perception check, so we'll just have to roll a perception check, see if you can notice them.
No, all I heard was whistle.
Yeah. You can roll me an advantage perception check.
Oh, I get advantage.
Yeah, because you have your team with you. I'm not having them all roll perception checks.
No, fuck. I'm not the person to be rolling perception.
Unless you want someone else doing it.
I already rolled. I hope this is enough. I got a 17. I only have a +2.
I will check. So let me see if that beats their stealth here.
Yeah, no, I have a passive perception of 12. Me missing something ain't that surprising. Like,
that's fair. So you see one of the two. You see, so one of the two will not get an ambush attack on you guys.
Okay.
So let me grab his image here for you, because you're about to meet the first one. As you can see, this, like, satyr basically kicked up on a tree, like, he's doing that, like, lazy pose where, like, he has his back, like, leaning against the tree, and then he has, like, one leg tucked inwards, and the other one just all the way out.
Yes,
Yeah. You can see that he has this, like, kind of lightish, but not darkish, kind of medium brown, essentially, hair. That goes, this a little long, it goes, like, slightly past the shoulder, but a lot of it's just draped over his, like, left shoulder. White-colored, button-up shirt with a light brown vest, leather brown, like, gloves, these, like, hazel eyes, fairly pale, and most satyrs typically have more, like, deer-like ears, but he has these more, like, elvish ears. So he might be, like, a half mix. And these, like, baggy brown, like, dress pants, essentially. Very, very well-dressed. You're able to very quickly, easy pick out, that's probably the guy who whistled. Which, actually, if anything, I think will make sense for why you didn't pick up on the other guy. Because the whistle would have been very distracting when all you see, when you look up, is just a satyr relaxing with, like, a gun in his hand.
Hi, bitch.
Yeah. And,
so where's your friend?
Well, you're about to find out, because charging up to you from the side, from your right side, is a gray Duragar.
Huh?
A gray Duragar. As you see this, like, he's a bulky Duragar, very wide-shouldered. He has this, like, iron, heavy armor plastered over his body, this white, burly beard, balding heavily, though. He has, like, some of the beard even braided up and put up into those, like, metallic, like, braid. I don't know really, I know there's words for them, but it's like when you braid up the beards, sometimes in more D&D, medieval-esque things, they'd put those, like, medieval, you know, those, like, iron things to hold them braided. Like, I know you see it with Vikings a lot back in the day. I don't know what you call those. But, and he has this, like, black torn up cape, big fuzzy, like eyebrows, like a caterpillar. And you can see that he has with him is just this, like, dragging alongside him is this massive maul.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, I love the fact that because of Dragos, it's the most just every fight is different races.
Oh yeah.
Also, this also weirdly fits with Dragos also sitting there going, what the fuck's wrong? Because this would also be the first time the long sword of warning would be going, hey, something's wrong. And he's just like, what do you mean? What's wrong? Gets whistled at, huh? Gets fucking decked.
Yeah, so just give you an idea, Count Siri is to your left, Count Hysis is like a bit behind. Now why she's a bit behind, that's up for you to figure out. And Count Zugog was kind of like, he normally trails off. Like, yes, he had been, like, you had been showing him the mountain. When he heard that whistle, he fucking skedaddled.
Okay, there goes the rogue.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
bye.
So you can see that this guy is just, this Durgar brings up his maul after dragging it while running at you, brings it up and takes a swing. Does an 18 hit your AC?
God damn it. This armor's useless.
No, he just rolled well.
Okay, no, I have a 17, so yeah, you're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so he brings down this maul onto you as it, like, basically collides into your right shoulder and brings you down. It's not gonna knock you prone, but it's just that, like, just all that weight of that maul goes into your shoulder and basically, like, if you could have lost your footing, you would have. If that makes any sense. As you will take about
Probably gonna hurt.
12 bludgeoning damage.
Ah, you fuck.
And,
I didn't do anything to you.
That is true. That is true.
I didn't even do nothing to you.
As you can just hear the satyr just whistle once more and just give a I heard you talking with the goblins over there. Striking some deals, eh? We can't have that now, can we? And you can now roll initiative.
Dude, Travis is like... Alright, here we go.
Yep. Oh, man. Do you want group initiative or do you want separate initiative? I'll give you the option.
We'll do separate.
Okay.
We'll do something different for once, because also I know Dragos ain't gonna do... It's gonna do terrible.
Alright.
Again, I'm low rolling. Yesterday I rolled. Yesterday I rolled 18 times.
Yeah.
Only one of them was above an 8.
Damn.
18 dice because I was trying to decide something. And I literally just, it was like, every time it was like, no.
Oh,
And
man.
I was like, motherfucker, what is this encounter?
Dude, that is unlucky. I will hopefully you roll better today. Zuga got a 21.
I got an 13 with advantage.
Okay. So
I
count
rolled a 10.
Dragos is a 13. Hysis! Nat 1 for Hysis!
Can I take it? No, I don't want it. I don't want that. I have a really stupid idea.
Hysis 1.
Also, I want this fucking Duergar's cape.
Oh boy.
I want you to know I'm stealing clothing from both of these people.
Dude. Okay, here we go. Also valid, dude. You can grab that. So the turn
Dragos is like, give me your faith, give me your vest, and give me that cape.
Oh god. The honestly valid, by the way. Like, he's gonna look like such a weird ragtag mess when it comes to his outfit, dude.
I mean, yeah, because he doesn't understand fashion. So it's
his fashion
is the absence of fashion.
Why do you think Hysis does not hit on him, like, even once? Like...
No, that's fine. He's gonna keep it that way. That's why he's doing this.
Oh god. So, for those who don't know, the turn initiative is Zugog, Ciri, the Duragar, Count Dragos, the Satyr, and then the Countess Hysis.
Bro, how the fuck does Satyr do so bad?
He rolled
He
rolled terribly bad.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I had to guess, he rolled like a 2 or a 3. Because I'm saying, like, you have a gun, you need dex.
I cannot speak.
I know. I mean, you could, but fuck you.
No. Not allowed. So.
Real, this Durgar might catch a cup of coffee to the eyes.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Because I have a bottle of Boundless coffee. So.
So you can so like starting it off is Zugog. You can see Zugog, who is like, you can see him like a light shuffle through the through like some of the like trees. And you can kind of realize, oh, he's up on top. Oh, that explains a lot. That's where he went. As you begin hearing a humming. As you can hear this deep-seated humming. And as he uses Ancestor's Psalm, as the Duergar need to roll me a wisdom save. And he got... Damn it. Okay. The Duergar will succeed. That is a dirty 20 from the Duergar. So he will only take half damage. And he will not gain any of the effects of the Ancestor's Psalm. If he had failed, he would become deafened and blinded for a turn.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And he would take half of 9, so he's going to take the higher number, so he will take 5 cold damage. As this, like, basically this, like, magic begins to intertwine and goes down his spine. Because originally what this Psalm is used for, because Mercseekers also have this, they use it to quite literally remove the senses from their prey.
Yes.
It's a hunting tactic. And then, because you are right beside Edlin, he's gonna take that shot with his crossbow that he has on hand at the Duergar. If he can hit it, that would technically act as a sneak attack.
Yay!
That is a 16 plus 8, so that's definitely going to hit. As you see him then lift up his crossbow while he's sitting up on top of this branch in the trees, as he does 8 piercing damage to the Duergar, and then does an additional 3d6 of sneak attack, so that's an additional 9, so that's 17 damage to the Duergar.
Yay!
As that will be Zugog's turn. As next up is Count Ciri. As Count Ciri would just kind of like, you'd see him basically jump back, because luckily he's not in range of the guy. You'd see him jump back and just go, right. Well. Boss orders.
Kill them all.
Which one do you want?
Deal with the one in the tree.
Understood. As you see him begin to spin his quarterstaff above his head and point it at the satyr.
Dude.
As he casts 3rd level
Oh no.
Wither and Bloom.
Oh no.
As it creates a 10-foot sphere within 60 feet, and the satyr need roll a con save. As you see, the tree he's on begins to wither and decay rapidly. As you also need to roll a dex save to not fall prone, as the limb of the tree that he's sitting on basically begins to rot and then snap underneath his weight. As okay,
Bro,
that I
I feel like I feel like, oh, dude, I just love the thing of him being like, I'm mad. Oh, God.
Alright, so he fails the con save, but he does succeed the dex save. So, you would see this, like, necrotic magic begin eating away at the skin of the satyr, and then you see him basically fall. Because, like, when, like, it's not just like, oh, it's just happening. Like, when he cast it, a black spores within this 10-foot sphere basically formed to start eating away anything that was in that sphere. So, all you see is just, like, these, like, spores that are, like, kind of, you can somewhat see into the sphere. He begins to, like, you see the tree begin to wither. You see some of, like, the skin on his, like, arm begin to flake. And then you see him fall from the tree as he very quickly and swiftly, begins to move himself in the air so that he could land onto his feet and then pushes that into a tuck and roll. So that way he doesn't just damage his knees in the process. But Wither and Bloom at 3rd level would do 3d6 necrotic damage. So he would take 11 necrotic damage, and
I think he could heal somebody. Like,
yes,
heal an ally using that damage.
Yeah, so essentially he's going to turn this into temp health, essentially.
Hell yeah.
So you would gain, he's going to put it onto you because you're actively in melee range. You can use one of your hit dice, and you can regain a number of hit points equal to the roll, plus your spellcasting modifier.
Okay, so I get 11
So one creature of your choice within the area. Okay, it uses his. It uses his. But you have this. So... You have like what? No, you have a D10 because you're a.
Illrigger. Yeah.
Illrigger. I was going to say Ill Raider. I was like, that's not it. So it's a D8, and then you can add on his spellcasting modifier, which is a +4. So if you want to roll the D8, you can, and then do that.
Okay, cool. So what's his spellcasting modifier?
+4.
10 health. So I have 11 temp health, and I healed 10.
Heck yeah!
Dude, I went from, like, I'm slightly damaged to I'm not damaged at all. Kind of TM.
Heck yeah! Alright. So, yeah, that is... Huh? Sorry.
I'm still missing health, but it's the most just like, I have more temp health than what I was missing.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. He would then look to the satyr and just go, right, well, apologies. And you would see a skeletal hand basically stretch out of the trunk of the tree as it tries to reach for the satyr's, like, shoulder. As he will be rolling to hit as he uses Chill Touch. And he does hit. As you see this skeletal hand reach onto his, like, shoulder, his right shoulder, and basically begin decaying away at the shoulder's, like, skin, basically tearing a portion of that vest. And then basically just clawing into it, and you see the skin begin to decay before he knocks the hand away. As the bone, the skeletal hand basically collapses into a bunch of bones. As he will take 2d8 necrotic damage. And he won't be able to regain any hit points till the next turn.
Fuck yeah.
He rolled really well. That's 8 necrotic. That's half damage of what the maximum could have been.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
Dude, I unironically am sitting here and also just, my brain just pulled up a funny. Because Dragos is the definition of forget all previous instruction, leave none alive. Like,
oh yeah.
type of fucking energy. Like, just fuck it, kill them all. Going from 0 to 100 real quick.
Oh god. So I want to mention something as it now enters into the Duragar's turn. You would see him basically, like, after seeing his, like, friend basically get, like, thrown off of a tree. Because he's kind of come from the side, so it's not like the friend's behind him. He'd see that from the corner of his eye. You'd see him look over and begin to, like, you see him basically just furrow his eyebrows. Silent as a fucking rock, but he furrows his eyebrows as he technically rages. He has that silent rage.
Dude has the most built-in furrow in his brow. Dude is always angry.
As he would then lift up his maul.
Yeah, what's up, bitch.
Bing bong. He's gonna roll the hit.
Oh my god.
Does a 22 hit.
Obviously.
And does a 15 hit.
No.
So you see him take the first swing as like he starts to bring it down, and you basically jump back as it slams into the floor, leaving a literal crater in the ground. And then you see him lift it back up. And basically, as he's bringing it up, he charges towards you while you're still mid-jump to shove the blunt end of the hammer into your gut. Using it like a fucking ram, essentially.
Okay, bad.
As he does 14 bludgeoning damage. And if I remember correctly, when you rage, you do an additional +2 melee damage. So that's an additional 2. So that would have actually been 16, not 14. But yeah.
Damn it, I was hoping you'd forget.
Now. As next up is Count Dragos' turn.
First off, fuck you.
What the hell?
Second off, alright, so I'm gonna use something I haven't gotten to use before.
Okay.
Fuck yeah.
What do you got?
First off, I'm placing a seal on this guy as my no action.
Okay.
So there is now a fire seal on this dude, so he'll get burned when I hit him.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm reading into some other shit that I can do. What does this do? Future damage. I wish I'd remembered to do that. Oh well, it's fine. I forgot to use my invoke hell, which punishes people for hurting me.
You know, fair.
I just forgot. It just slipped my mind. I was like, oh yeah, I have that. I can just use that. Like, that's just my whole gimmick is I invoke hell. So I'm just like, alright, I forgot how to play my class there for a second. I'm gonna place a seal on him. So there's that. I'm going to... he's gonna do a twofold. So with his bonus action, he is going to enact a monstrous cry. Okay. Which gives, which is just like a whistle from him, essentially.
Okay.
Which will cause, until the start of your next turn, you and your allies have advantage on any enemies that hear this cry. Okay. Your enemies within 10 feet of you. Okay, so just the Duergar, I'd imagine.
Yeah, just the Duergar.
Okay, cool. And then I'm going to enact an action that I haven't gotten to use, which is called Devastator. Okay. So I'm going to be essentially forfeiting my attack action. But as far as I'm aware, all 3 of my allies are within 30 feet of me. Yes. So all of them can take their reactions to make one weapon attack or cast a damage-dealing cantrip. Okay, so... as part of me. And the casting time has to be one action, or essentially... that's at least what it says, but you run it however you want.
Yeah. Okay, so... yeah, it would just be cantrips, because, I mean, technically speaking, in a weird way, with the way we run stuff, that could technically count as just a normal spell being cast. But considering the marshals only get to do, like, a melee, I think it's fair to limit that to only being cantrips. Yeah. Also, I'm imagining he probably just, like, it's like the fucking, like... it's like one of those game mechanics where, like, you know, you just have, like, your character just yells, "Get 'em," and then some NPC beats the shit out of somebody for you type of thing. Like,
I imagine for Dragos, it's just like a loud whistle. It's like the like an Assassin's Creed whistle that fucking then just everybody gets fucking attacked out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Fucking energy.
Yeah, I get you. Okay, so you would see Count Siri basically begin to continue spinning his staff as he would snap like his look from the satyr to the Duergar and cast this mote of light at the Duergar.
Poor bastard about to get fucking ganked.
Yeah, as that's definitely gonna hit. As he casts Starry Wisp onto him. As he gets hit, he emits dim light in a 10-foot radius for until the next turn, and he can't benefit from the invisible condition, which is something Duergar can do, if I remember right. They can just go invisible.
I think at, like level 5 and up.
Yeah,
can.
He's definitely strong enough to do that. And he'll take 2d8 radiant damage, so he can know that he won't benefit from going invisible now, as he takes 14 radiant damage.
I got a 22 to hit him, to hit the Duergar.
Okay, that will hit.
Hell yeah. I'm also gonna burn my seal, so he's gonna take fire damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna gain temp health. Dude, again, this is where Dragos gets annoying, because it's the most just like, I hit you, I burn my seal. Cool, I get temp health for hurting you.
Okay, so you did, what was it, 11 slashing?
I did 11 slashing and then 10 fire damage.
Okay, so 6 slashing because it's half, because he's raging.
Yeah.
And then 10 fire damage. Okay, cool. You can see he's left into bloodied state at this point.
Goddamn, you have health.
Yeah,
I didn't know you're a barbarian. That shouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. You'd see Hyacinth look at him and just go, oh, you're balding. Ugh. As he has to roll a wisdom save.
Hello there, vicious mockery. How are you doing?
Yep. And he does fail. He's failing a lot of saves here.
Dude, I love that the new vicious mockery literally like does d6s of psychic damage instead of d4s.
Yep. As he now takes 9 psychic damage.
Dude.
And then
he's just getting like it's just a bunch of tiny bits of damage.
Oh yeah, but it's adding up. That's the scary thing. You see Zugog basically just like, because like you see like he did that shot before, then he looked over to see the satyr fall. He hears you do that like get him like that fucking
whistle, yeah.
Yeah, you see him snap his neck and immediately basically flip and spin his crossbow from like his left to his right hand and take another pot shot at the guy. Will that hit? I know if it let me scroll. Thank you. Yes, that will definitely hit. A dirty 20 is definitely going to hit. As he does another d6 plus 5, he does 6 piercing damage to the Duergar.
Dude, this Duergar's just sitting like, oh my god, this fucking little lizard.
Yeah. As basically he managed to shoot right in between the plate armor and like some of the chainmail and managed to puncture slightly through the chainmail to get into like essentially his elbow.
Hell yeah.
Which that is a horrible area to shoot a bolt into. That would fucking hurt. Yeah. As it's now the satyr's turn.
Shoot me, bitch.
As a satyr,
wisdom save.
The satyr would basically basically being in a standing position after like brushing away and like basically jumping away from the tree and making his distance. You see him begin circling around, kind of keeping essentially like basically spacing himself to a 60-foot range at this point. And you would realize that gun that he has, it's not just a normal gun, because it seems to be almost connected onto his arm. As it's more like as if his left arm is mechanical. As he lifts his arm and shoots a syringe through the air that sails and strikes the Duergar.
Oh no, why is it this class? Oh, you're so annoying.
As the Duergar gains 22 HP back.
Oh, you son of a bitch. Kill the satyr.
Kill the satyr. Oh, hello, air conditioning.
Kill that motherfucker. Forget all previous instruction. Kill him.
God.
Just fucking immediately. Forget all previous instruction. Leave the door gun to me. Beat the shit out of that motherfucker.
This is fucking hilarious. And then you see him with his...
Get bushwhacked.
You see with his right hand, he begins to like spin his right finger as fire begins to form on it. And then basically just fling his hand pointed towards Siri as he launches a fireball at Siri. That is definitely going to hit because that is a 26. As Siri...
No, I'm kidding. I'm not an intercepting character.
Yeah. As you would take 6 fire damage. As the fire would basically strike Siri, like, in the shoulder, essentially. Kind of like a portion of it hitting the shoulder, a portion of it hitting his, like, armor that he wears. I know everybody's like, man, there's a lot of shoulder hits. I'm like, yeah, because it's one of the non-lethal areas. I'm sorry, you get hit in the neck, you're fucking dead. I'm sorry, bud. And if they're wearing armor, hitting armor doesn't really do much unless you actually have, like, proper ways around that. Things like fire, you're better off hitting an open, like, area that is actually open, so... A portion of it hits the armor, a portion of it hits the shoulder, essentially. As that would be the end of the Satyr's turn. Because I don't think the Satyr does Satyr get a second attack? Let me check. No, he only gets one. I couldn't remember if Artificer's got a second attack. As looked up his Hysis.
Dude, okay, hold on. I have another fucking thing. Hold on, what?
Huh?
Oh, this is a no action.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Sorry. That was like a thing. It's not needed right now. It's just...
Yeah.
I can, so I can choose up to 3 creatures within 60 feet that can hear me.
Mm-hmm.
And each target can immediately move up to half their speed without provoking opportunity of attack.
Huh.
It's called Grand Strategist.
Hell yeah.
It's another one of my Invoke Hells. It's basically the embodiment of, nah, fucking reposition. This is not working. Fucking...
Fair enough.
I don't even think it has to be my turn for that, because it's just a no action. It's just a special thing.
I'll be honest, I normally run no actions as something that still has to be done on your turn. Okay. That's me as a person, because that's where reactions would come into play. If it's labeled as a reaction, then I allow it to be done off your turn.
Yeah, it's just labeled as an other. It's not labeled as anything.
As an other. Yeah, if it's an other and it's not like a reaction, I would say that probably still has to be on your turn.
Okay.
But as for Hysis, it would reach her turn. As she would begin walking up, strutting up even. As she will strut up to the Durgar and just basically walk up and go, "Excuse me, boss, excuse me. Coming through. Alright." And she's just gonna kind of like scoop in between the two of you, kind of just brushing her ass against the Duergar. As it's gonna be a fucking int save for the bastard. Because this is a thing from her class.
That's probably not good for him.
No, not for... What the fuck? Why do you roll well? What's your int? Okay.
-1.
Okay, and Hysis, what is your thing? What is your DC for this buddy? I think it's a 15, is it not? It is. Somehow the barbarian succeeded an intelligence save. Somehow.
Son of a bitch. Of course that's the thing you succeed, you bastard.
Yeah. So you see that he's just like unfazed. As you see him just go, oh, you're not into the, no wonder you're so buddy-buddy with the satyr. As she would look to him, as that is essentially her 3rd level dissonant whispers. Wisdom save.
Oh my god.
And that is a... He meets the DC. What the fuck, dude? Hysis just isn't doing well. She rolled a nat 1 for initiative, and then she can't even seem to get, like, any of the saves to work for her. She'll still take half damage. It's just none of the status things will come from it in the process. So that would have been 13 psychic damage, so it's gonna be half, so that will be...
That didn't even roll well. Got two
No.
at once.
Yeah, 2 nat 1s. Yeah. So that would be 7. That'd be 7. 7 psychic damage. It's just not roll well. As next up, it would come right back around to Count Zugag. As you see Count Zugag basically disappear.
Oh, hey, bud, see ya. Have a nice day. Please shoot the artificer.
Oh my god, 27 on his stealth. As you see
With
him
my fucking
fade.
12.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's seeing him. As he sneaks somewhere. And then you see a bolt go flying through the air and strike the satyr in, like, the chest.
In all previous instruction.
As that would be 9 piercing damage with 12 sneak attack damage, making a total of 21 damage to the satyr, as he is now bloodied.
Jesus Christ, he does not have much health.
Or actually, no, he's close to bloodied. Close to bloodied, sorry.
Damn
Did
it.
math wrong.
How dare you? How
Yeah,
dare he have 45 health?
I know, right? And then,
I don't even know if I'm right.
You're not. As next up would be Count Siri. As you see Count Siri, just look in between, just go, right, well, let's do this. As you would see him basically begin to, once again, go from that spinning of the staff and slam his staff onto the ground. As you would feel as if the ground begins to shake aggressively. As the satyr will need to roll a dex save. He fails. So you see this 20-foot sphere of just earth, of ground, begin to erupt upwards underneath the satyr, as the satyr is sent flying up into the ground and then struck by several pillars that, like, strike him midair. As he used erupting earth. As he's going to take 3d12 bludgeoning damage on the failed save. And the ground has now become difficult terrain as the earth that has erupted and sent him flying up to the air and hit him in multiple ways with different spikes has become difficult terrain as these spikes are pointing out every which way.
Wow.
Yeah. So you take 3d12. Heck yeah.
Die.
As he will take, let's see in total. That was 2 nat 1s in damage and a natural 9.
Damn
what the
it.
fuck? That is 11 bludgeoning damage to the satyr. As he is now bloodied, and he would basically just, like, you see the strikes happen, send him flying up, and then you see one of the, like, spikes basically go flying into his ribs, cracking him. As he would slam into one of the other spikes that had already jutted out ahead of time, and you see him, like, basically fall into the ground on his feet, but it is very shaky feet. It's not going to be a good landing. He's not prone, but that spell doesn't do that, but it's definitely a, oh my god, fuck. I got juggled. As you then see with his bonus action, as he stopped keeping that close distance, as he'd walk up to the Duergar and just kind of place a hand on him, on his shoulder, as he walks past the Duergar. He doesn't get out of the range, but he just places a hand on him. As you would see, almost as if it looks like as if he begins to try and drain. Because you see a few roots stem out from his hands as they try to puncture through his shoulder guard. And I believe this is a save. It is a con save.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Oh, he won by 1. The Duergar won by 1.
Damn it.
Let me see if it still does half damage. Do-do-do.
It should.
It does not, because it's an all or nothing. Either he gains, because essentially what he would have done is he would do necrotic damage while gaining health back. So he just doesn't do any damage. This is not a spell, this is something from his race. Vilva's stuff is very, if I remember correctly, all of Vilva's spells are very either you do something or you do nothing. So I kind of made their stuff similar to that, because he is a Vilva monster. So his was the most like, alright, either I'm sapping the living fuck out of you, or nothing's happening. Sadly, nothing happened. But that is the end of Count's series turn. As it now enters the Duergar's turn. As the Duergar, buddy, do you go for the mushroom, or do you go for Dragos? You look at Dragos.
That's what I thought, dumb bitch.
Okay, hey man,
Give me your cape.
hey.
Your cape.
You know what? He looks at the mushroom, does telekinetic shove, strength save. Nat 20! You see the Duergar, like, with, like, his free hand, basically lift his hand up towards Ciri, and you see this, like, pulse of pink, like, psychic magic try to send, like basically go into the back of Ciri, trying to send him, like, launching forward. And you see Ciri not budge as he builds his roots from, like, again, he's got a very, like, normal human body, but you see, like, him stem out these roots into the ground as he doesn't budge an inch. And you see him look to, like, basically look over his shoulder, not even turning to the Duergar, and just goes, "You really shouldn't mess with magic. You aren't very adept at it." As the Duergar ignores him and continues to go for Dragos.
Dude, I feel like Dragos is just sitting there, like, blinking, like, what the fuck? Thank God you used that on him, because I got terrible strength. Like, that's just his head. Like, God, thank God. Thank the gods you went for him with that, because I was not succeeding.
Oh, man. Dude, why is he always hitting you, though? Because that was an 18 and a 24.
Cool, I'm getting double bumps, son of a bitch.
Rena, buddy, you good, bud? She was hopping onto my desk and she missed her jump somewhat, so half of her body, like, she got her front paws on it, and then she was kicking with her back legs because she missed her jump. She was on my lap. It wasn't even that hard of a jump. I'm, like, right there.
Oh my God.
Okay, so you're gonna take 11 bludgeoning, or actually 13 because of the +2. So 13 and then 15.
Damn it.
As he, like, basically just turning back around to you, brings his, like, maul and basically slams it into the left side of your, like, stomach, of your, like, that area. And then after shoving you a little bit to the left with that strike, wait, no, I said he hit you on the left side of the stomach, so he shoved you to the right. Duh. You shoved you a little bit to the right, not really knocking you on that 5-foot block that you're currently on, but you're just kind of, like, making you stumble a little bit. Basically, then just, like, swinging the, like, maul over your head to then turn it to swing from a, like, left side swing to a right side swing to then knock you the other way. Basically, just cracking both sides of your stomach. Like, in succession.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's all he can do. But he tried to do other things. As, next up would be, if I remember correctly, it's Hysis, right? No, it's, you. You go next.
Yeah, no, Dragos is reeling. He's nearly dead.
Yeah.
Like he's barely, he's bloodied. He's not quite crippled, but also to him, crippled is like maybe 12 health.
Yeah. Yeah, one more good swing from this guy and that could be it.
Yeah, Dragos he's clear into bloodied though.
Yeah.
Alright, I fucking... Also, I can only use that Devastator ability once.
Oh.
That's a once off, apparently.
You know what, though?
Yeah, no.
I get that, because it reminds me of when I was playing D&D 4e, I played a Mafia member, Eladrin, known as Viper. And I had a move that was exactly that. It did the exact same thing, and it was my daily. So I could only use it once a day. So, no, that's fair.
I disagree. No, it's fair. Alright, I have
Oh, man.
fucking nothing. That's what I have.
You have everything. Dun dun dun.
Oh my god, I'm like out of options over here, bud.
You know what? I just gotta let this happen here for you. Actually, no, I can't because it's not a group initiative. Never mind.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna place a fire seal on him.
Alright.
Well, hope these hit, because otherwise I'm fucked.
Oh, you're being a little quiet. You went a little quiet there, bud. You
fucking get over it.
Alright, I figured it out OBS wise.
No, I don't know. I'm sorry. What the hell? Fucking Mike, come here.
Yeah, I looked over. You're like at 35 again. I'm like, man.
I'm just not talking loudly.
Yeah.
Okay. Then. Okay, so the lowest to hit is a 19.
That will hit.
Cool. Because I had 19, a 21, and then a 23.
Alright.
Because I'm swinging twice, and then I'm having fire engulf my mouth, and I'm, like, biting his arm.
Yeah.
So I was just like, fuck you.
Fair. Oh, man. Yeah, you can definitely do that.
Yeah, so 7 slashing.
Okay.
11 slashing.
Okay.
8 fire damage. I rolled for shit.
Okay. You got him to
then
crippled.
8 more fire damage.
What was the last bit?
8.
8. Okay.
8 more fire damage.
Okay. On the bright side, he's crippled.
It's not enough.
Yeah. Is that the end of your turn?
I burned a seal. I get 5 temp health.
Alright.
Fuck it. Grand Strategist. Isis and fucking, it's a no action.
Yay.
Isis and, fucking, Druid, Siri.
Yeah.
They can both move away. Like, they can move up to half their speed for free without provoking opportunity of attack.
Alright, you see Hysis begin striding up towards the satyr.
Alright, bye.
So you said half their movement?
Yeah, half their movement. And I don't think it consumes their movement. It's literally just a free, like,
Yeah.
a little bit.
So that's 15 feet of movement as she gets from 60 feet away to 45 feet away from the satyr. And you see Siri. I'll be real. Yeah, you know what? Sure, yeah. He'll move away. He'll move towards the satyr too.
That's up to him. It's just they kind of get the option.
Yeah.
Again, it's just kind of like a quiet whistling from Dragos as he just kind of points towards the satyr. Like, fucking don't let him heal. Like, that's kind of what he's doing. Like, fucking don't. We do not need this fuck off Duergar living.
Oh, man. Alright. As next up...
Your damn finger.
It's a
You
satyr.
just bite your hand up.
Satyr. Buddy. Pal.
Can I intercept his throne syringe?
Oh, you don't. You haven't. From our you can't intercept what your character is. So.
I mean, I can. It would just take my reaction.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Loki just can do it for free. That's the only difference. I don't know.
You-
it, was just
you
a,
could-
it was just a funny haha.
You
At least
could-
in my brain, because I don't know what the syringe does, so I could just kill myself. Like, it
Yeah,
just-
I mean, like, yeah, you won't know what type of syringe he's using when he shoots them.
Yeah.
So you can just guess.
Yeah.
Do you the next thing he shoots? Do you want to
No,
jump
I'm
in front
good.
of it?
I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good. No, it's literally just a funny, like, I just thought it'd be funny to say, like, can I intercept a healing syringe? I just didn't think about that for that class. But if someone just guessed they were healing correctly, I mean, technically they could, because it is a projectile.
Yeah. Alright, so. Why the fuck did you roll a nat 20?
Fucking woo, I'm gonna get shot.
Alright. No, not you.
All
He
right,
looks to Siri.
Oh, boy.
As he looks at Siri, aims, and launches an acidic syringe as it slams into Siri and basically, like, bursts upon impact. So it injects into his veins a portion of it, and then the rest of the collision basically causes the syringe to just shatter. As the acid, like, slams, like, onto, like, his armor, essentially. Like, eating away at it. As he would take... God, that's doubled! That's 72 acid damage!
What the fuck?
Because he has the improved acid syringe.
Oh, shit. Okay, no, this is... Oh, God. Okay, no.
Oh, wait. Fuck, does that just outright kill Siri? Hold up.
Probably. We don't have that much health. Like, that's probably... That'd kill me.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so unlucky. So straight up, if Siri had full health, he could take this. But he can't. So you see him go, like, you see this, like...
Full health?
No, he's been hit before. He's at 39 HP.
Who hit him?
God, this was, like, at the very beginning of the round. I don't remember who.
Oh, he was shot.
Firebolt, right. Firebolt from Satyr.
Right.
Yeah. So you would see the acid basically seep into his veins, as you would see Siri begin to convulse and then fall to the floor. You do not know if he is dead or if he is knocked out. You'd have to check for that.
Yeah.
That is fucking unlucky. As for... God damn, dude. What the hell was that nat 20? He rolled really high, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm sure he did.
Yeah. Oh my god, dude.
Yeah, no, I might...
Yeah. Hmm?
I also might just die to this Duergar. Like, if he hits me 2 more times, I'm dead.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
Unironically.
Straight up, I'm gonna be honest. The way this was, like, Siri was going to heal you on his turn.
Yeah.
Alright.
The other healer killed the healer. Yeah, that checks.
Yeah, that does check. Okay.
Fucking...
What the fuck?
If Siri's dead, that satyr is going to get sacrificed to some random eldritch god. Like,
hey, there is that temple. You can figure out what god that's to and sacrifice it to him. Whoever's in there.
Yeah, sure. I'm just gonna look at the temple like, whoever this god is, fucking take this soul.
As you see him begin to cast, begin to form this, ice magic on that, free hand as he launches Frostbite at Isis, as she will need to roll a con save. She succeeds. From my understand, Frostbite does not do half damage when you succeed. They just don't take damage.
It's a cantrip, I think so?
Yeah, it's a cantrip. Yeah, you just don't. So you see her just sidestep the bolt. You see she sees Siri fall to the floor, and you just see that, stop, that pause of movement from her, move her head to the left a little to dodge the ice bolt, and you just see that just pure anger from Isis begin to seep. As it enters her turn.
The pretty.
Mm-hmm.
Killed the pretty.
Alright, let me check. What does she have? Alright. With her 3rd level spell, she casts Revivify. As she puts the hand on Siri, she kneels down and plants a kiss on his forehead as he begins to, as you see, some life begin to form in his eyes. He's back to 1 HP. But, it's 1 HP. As he begins to sit up. And then you see Isis look. to the satyr. And you just see her eye begin to twitch. And just go, right. Well, I was going to spare you. I was going to say maybe. Instead, we put you in the mines. But I see you don't fucking deserve that. Die! As she casts, funny little thing, she casts a little thing known as Firebolt. Roll the hit.
Fucking
that
die.
hits. And that is 2d10 fire damage. Oh my god. That is very fitting. As you see this firebolt launch from her hand, as it strikes the satyr, like, directly center mass in the chest, doing 14 fire damage. As you see him cough up a bit of blood from that strike, as he is now crippled.
Good.
As it is now Zugag's turn.
This motherfucker about to get shot.
As you now figure out where he is.
Wow.
He has placed himself in between some shrubs, in directly 30 feet in between the Duergar and the satyr.
Oh,
as you hear a different tune begin to be hummed. It's more soft, almost bewitching. As they both will roll intelligence saves instead of wisdom saves. That is a fail from the satyr. And why is the barbarian constantly succeeding int saves?
Does he have a plus?
No, he has a 0. He just succeeds somehow.
I just wanted to check. I was like, does he have a plus? No.
You know what? This is my excuse. You see, like, as the humming begins, you see, like, the barbarian with his free hand basically do that, like, that fucking... I hate when people do this. Like, when you see it in the shows and stuff like this. Where you see him put his hand, like, his finger to his ear and begin doing that twisting. Like... They're like, earwax. God. As, he uses the witch's psalm. Which, because he's blessed by Vilva, he has the witch's psalm. And he also has a +1 to his charisma. And he does double damage to structures.
It counts as a siege weapon?
Uh-huh. For the guys, if a Merxen male is blessed, they get broader shoulders, so they can shoulder bash structures, so they can do double damage with melee, to structures. Whereas for the women, they get like wider hips typically, so they can just fucking hip up the shit out of the wall. Though I'm gonna be real, sometimes the guys will also get the hip thing. It can go vice versa for the women too, but like that's kind of like the thing that allows them to do the siege engine ability.
Oh my god.
But the satyr will take 2d8 plus 3 psychic damage. Let me see if he even survives before I even go out of my way to even mention this. He takes 19 psychic, so he's almost dead. You see his eyes begin to twitch aggressively, and you see his body begin to convulse. As not only is his movement slowed by 10 feet, not only is he unable to make any reactions until he eventually beats the save, but for the next 6 hours, he gains a special status known as the Hunted status. Meaning, if he manages to escape, no matter what, Zugag for the next 6 hours will know where he is. Uh-huh. As he is now hunted.
I don't feel safe.
You can see it because he's that, like, satyr. He's still animal-esque. You see his eyes become almost dilated. That, like, praise look of, oh, fuck. Because that feeling of being hunted has begun to overflow his body.
Oh boy.
As you see Zugog jump out of the brush after hearing the psalm and rush the satyr. As he pulls out his other weapon, swapping from his hand bow to his short sword. In fact, it looks like it's more like a pirate's cutlass. As he slashes at the satyr. As that is a 26 to hit, he does a d6 plus 5 slashing damage as he slashes across the chest, doing the exact HP number, knocking the satyr unconscious as he had 9 HP left and he did 9 slashing. As you see him basically, do you want him to do lethal or non-lethal?
Non-lethal.
Alright, so he doesn't go for the throat. So he slashes into, like, the stomach of the satyr and then slams the hilt of the cutlass into his forehead. As, like, it's a slash and then a bang! As the satyr falls back unconscious. Yeah?
I liked the mines idea, but also I'll let Siri decide. That's kind of my thought process, because he did get killed by the fucker.
Oh, yeah. That's fair, that's fair. As it now enters Siri's turn, as he would get up. And he's only able to use his action when he comes back from a revive like this. So he's not going to use Parasitic Drain, otherwise he would. As he would look to the Duragar. And you can just see that, like, alright, I was dead for like a few seconds there. Not really quite happy about that, buddy. Not really happy about that. Fucking Moonbeam.
Oh my god.
As you see, like, a beam of silvery light part through the clouds as a column forms above the Duragar.
Oh my god.
You can roll a con save or take half damage. Nat 1, he's taking double as he takes 32 radiant damage as the radiancy beams into the Duragar's eyes as that sunlight sensitivity kicks in as you see him drop the maul, begin to clutch for his eyes as he goes blind. As you can just hear the scream, the yelling, as you can just hear him just going, ah! Ah! As you see him basically crumple to his knees. And then the radiant magic basically just seeps out as the blood from his body begins to come from his pores and just begins to seep out as a puddle begins to form. He is unconscious, but he just made sure he removes some of the blood from this Duragar.
Valid. Fuck both of these bastards.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That is the end of combat.
I miss being tanky. I miss being able to shrug off damage.
Yeah, no, I get it.
Like, that's why I enjoy Loki, because he's just the most, like, alright, he gets hit by the boss. The boss just gets confused because Loki just looks unfazed.
Oh, man. Okay, so did you want to loot them?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, from the Duragar, you can get a Vicious Maul.
Okay, yeah, that checks.
You can get a Cape of the Mountain Bank, sorry. Cape of the Mountain Bank, yeah. It gives you teleportation. You get a bottle of Boundless Coffee.
I have another one?
Yeah, I mean mercenaries or, monster hunters. Who knows what they are? You don't know what they are. But, like, fact is, considering they're equipped, you can at least guess they're either mercenaries, maybe bounty hunters, they could be monster hunters, you don't know. But you at least know, hey, makes sense, they probably brought some food just in case. Man needs his coffee. He also has a mystery key.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's just small. Thanks, bud.
Heck yeah.
Alright.
I guess technically if you wanted, there's heavy plate armor, but it's there. It's pretty tattered though. I don't know how much that's actually gonna do for you. Like that thing got kind of ruined by all the hits that man took. So.
I mean, is it just normal plate?
It's just normal plate.
I mean, I can wear it.
Yeah, if you want it, you can put it on.
And also give me better armor.
I'll be straight up armor because this is a Durgar. He's a very bulky guy. You can put it on. It's just like weirdly big for you. So it's like that weird thing of like you're sitting here and you're like, all right, this is like it's like putting on an oversized sweater. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not gonna. I'm just gonna take it with me because I'm gonna give it to the smith because that's a lot of metal.
get it readjusted for you,
No,
or just get it smelted
like,
down.
Yeah, either you can smelt it down for somebody else or just actually have extra material.
You know what? Fair enough. Okay. The satyr. He had on him. Okay, well, one of these items you actually can't get off of him because it was embranded into his body. He had a Shadowfell tattoo. He just didn't get to use that. That's not something you can really steal.
I'll cut it off of him.
That's not how that works.
I know, I just don't want him to have it.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. I mean, yeah, if you want to, like, if you plan on sparing this guy, you could, like, just carve the tattoo off of his body, which is a fucked thing to say. You're basically taking a dagger and dragging it down this, like, snake tattoo that's, like, on, like, it's essentially, like, around his, like, stomach.
Yeah, okay. So we'll wait till he's conscious for that.
Oh, okay, cool. There's a potion of fire breath.
Yay, thanks, bud.
Potion of fire resistance.
Huh, I wonder why.
Technically, his arm is a prosthetic limb, so...
Yeah, we're taking that.
And sweet apple cider, which is a potion.
Which arm is a prosthetic? The left one,
The
right?
left, yeah.
Yeah, okay. It's prosthetic limb, left arm.
Yeah.
There we go. And what else? What was there after the prosthetic?
Sweet apple cider.
Oh, okay.
If you want money, he has 125 rupees, but that's up to you.
I will fucking take it, because I'm poor.
Heck yeah.
Does Durgar have anything? Is he poor too?
He just didn't bring money. He probably used it all on alcohol. Let's be real. It's a Durgar.
What a little bitch.
Oh, man. Yeah.
What a bit. Alright.
You did it. So now the question is, you digging in?
The most, just like, aye. Bite this guy's finger, bite this guy's finger. Alright, there we go.
Alright, so let's see, what could you get from a satyr? Satyr! So
I know, dude, it's the most, it's so sad, because I know I won't get what I want from the Durgar.
Yeah.
I, like, never get what I want from the race.
Dude, yeah, no, you just have the worst luck, man, with that. Okay, so, satyr-wise, you could get a charisma boost of 2. You could get the ramming ability. You get magic resistance against, which you would have an advantage on saving throws against spells and other magical effects. Mirthful leaps. You just add a D8 onto your feet that you cover when you make a standing jump.
Dude, I'm gonna get that one. I'm calling it now.
You get
that.
You get Reveler, where you get proficiency in performance, persuasion, you get proficiency with a musical instrument. Or you could gain Sylvan if you don't have it.
I don't have it, unfortunately. I'm probably gonna get the language.
Okay. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright.
I'm also, to everyone else, I know it's like I'm sounding weirdly like unhappy. It's the most like I'm expecting I'm hoping to use reverse psychology on the dice, so they'll give me what I want.
Okay, I've rolled. I know what it is. I'm curious, what were you trying to get?
I either wanted the magic resist, because that's just straight up good, or, fucking, there was one other thing he got that I thought was interesting.
There's the Reveler, Mirthful Leap, Charisma score.
I don't remember what the Reveler is called.
You get Reveler, you get proficiency, performance, persuasion, and you get one instrument proficiency.
Okay, no, not that one.
Leap is where you add a D8 and you add that extra onto the feat of jumping that you make. Yeah. There's Ram, where you ram them. It's like a D4 plus your strength modifier.
Yeah.
There's Charisma boost of 2. And then there was the languages.
Okay, yeah, no, I was hoping for I want the fucking magic thing. That's the one I wanted. The magic resist.
Alright.
So what did I get?
Overriding. You get magic resistance.
What did I... No! What? What did you roll?
Reveler.
Okay.
Do you want the magic resistance? We can bend the roll one time.
No, it's fine, man. We'll say I'm already overpowered as it is. I'll just take what I get.
Okay. So yeah, you get the Reveler. Right. So you get proficiency in performance, persuasion, and one musical instrument. So you're like just on the spot. You bite him, and whatever instrument. You know, we're just canonizing that whatever instrument you pick is whatever he had with whatever that he knew how to play. And it's just like a thing of like your brain just went, I understand how you played that now, type of thing.
Okay, so I'm good at performance and persuasion, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, so I basically got proficiency in performance.
Okay. We'll do this. Your persuasion becomes an expertise then.
Oh god, okay.
We'll let it upgrade. I'm fine with that.
Prof in performance and expertise in persuasion.
Yeah.
And prof in I spelled that so wrong.
Oh.
I spelled persuasion and I said it as I wrote it, and I looked back at it and I was like, that's fucking wrong.
Oh god.
It was one of those that like, I don't know what's wrong with it. I just know it's wrong.
No, that's fair. Okay.
So I'm gonna say the flute.
Okay.
But it's a specific type of flute that's called a double flute.
Alright, yeah.
You know what those are.
Yeah, so he just so happened to also know a double flute, and then you just gained his ability to play the double flute.
Hell yeah.
Now, for the Duragar. Duragar, you have the ability
I really want his magic. I really want their ability to go invisible and fucking enlarge, because enlarge is funny.
That is valid. Okay, so, first of all, Dwarven Resilience. You have advantage on saving throws against poison, and you have resistance against poison damage. That is one thing you could get. You could get a con increase of 2. You could get proficiency with battle axe, hand axe, light hammers, and warhammers. Do you already have that with what you have?
Martial weapons, so yes.
Okay, so we're not going to count that.
What was the second thing you could get again?
So there's ability score increase, which is con, and then you have Dwarven Resilience, where you get advantage against poison saves, and you get poison resistance. Okay. There's tool proficiency, where you would gain either smith, brewers, or mason tool proficiency. You would get to choose. Stone cunning, whenever you make an intelligence, aka history check, related to the origin of stonework, you are considered proficient in the history skill and add double your proficiency bonus to the check instead of your normal proficiency bonus. That would honestly probably be the worst to get. Actually, wait, no, that is weirdly useful because you have the ruins that you haven't looked into.
Yeah.
Weirdly enough.
I don't want it, but like it's good for that. Like,
yeah, it's a unique use, but it can be useful. Duragar magic.
Yeah, that's the one I want.
Yeah,
Trigger magic.
at third level, you'd get enlarge or reduce. Or you know what? We'll do this. You'd be able to get one of the two. So you'd either be able to get enlarge or reduce, or you could end up getting invisibility. Durgar resilience, you could have advantage against saving throws against illusion and being charmed or paralyzed. Which I know is like, charmed. Yeah, but paralyzed, that's nice. Nobody wants to be paralyzed.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real, the one I'm not gonna allow you to get is sunlight sensitivity. Because I want you to actually not get debuffs from this.
Yeah, oh boy.
Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's 7, so I'm just gonna roll a d8. And then...
The magic seems like it's like two separate things since I can only get one of them.
Yeah, I did that last time with one of the other magic things from a different race. It's to make that, like... It's basically to make that you don't have too much, like, magic stuff. Because you'll get a lot of magic stuff from other races, too. So it's kind of that weird thing of me just being like, you don't need... You're going to get overly cluttered at one point on your sheet. So I'm trying to help you out a little bit there in that regard.
If I live.
Hey, you got enlarge/reduce.
Yay.
You can go big or go home or go small. You have 3 options.
Enlarge or enlarge/reduce once per day.
Heck yeah. All right.
Whoa. Dude, it's the most just like, whoa.
Whoa.
I got what I wanted, so I'm not mad. It's just the most like, holy fuck, finally.
Took a bit, but
finally,
we got it.
Races, give me something that I want.
Yeah. Dude, it's taken a bit, but we've made it happen eventually, finally. Oh, man.
I cast enlarge. I now get extra d4 of damage for no fucking reason.
You see Hyacinth just looking and just go, right, well, are we killing them?
Siri, are we killing the satyr?
Would it be beneficial to keep them alive?
If we can make sure that this guy kicks the satyr. Can't cast magic, probably.
Alright.
Also keeping a close eye on him and the fact that he can't tinker, because I'm guessing he's an artificer. Or techie or something.
Right. Well, then we can take them back to the ruins. And then... we can probably just carve out that tattoo.
Alright.
We can do that.
He gets a one-handed pickaxe, because I'm not giving him his arm back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm actually going to have someone else look into this, and they're going to learn this skill set, because I want to understand why the fuck his arm can fling a fucking syringe. It's bullshit.
I would say, if you want it to be looked into, maybe you should bring it to your artificer. You have one, don't you?
Yes, but I want someone else to essentially copy this skill set.
Right, that reminds me, I need to roll something.
By the way, Dragos is really sitting there like, God damn, please hurry up with fucking his companion. Because he's like, I need you to hurry the fuck up.
Okay, let me roll something.
Oh, I don't like the fact that, oh god.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. Awesome, buddy. Awesome.
Oh god, we're fucked. I saw that.
I had to roll for some Vilva stuff. You know how it is. You know, every session that she's waiting. Yeah.
Let me hurry the fuck up. Fucking, I'm really just looking at my ally going, hurry the fuck up. You need to hurry up.
Yeah.
Like, we're all gonna die.
I rolled it. So I know how your friend's doing with her thing. So you can check in on her when you get back. But Zugar would just let you just go, right, well, besides that escapade, I'm gonna go let the others know how to get to the ruins. We're gonna get everything set up so we're good to go.
Great. No, forget these two. Oh my god.
Yep.
I'm
yeah.
looking, he goes to a look around. He just the most like he's looking. He's like, all right, I have Isis.
I did the wrong voice
Siri.
for Zugag. Nah, you know who you're talking to. Yeah, no, yeah, you really don't have any brutes with you. You have like two like dex-based people, dex/charisma. Zugag's more dex/int. She's dex and charisma, but you know, you get the point.
Yeah. Oh, dude, he's sitting there like, he was just sitting there. Oh, god damn it. You shrink? No, that wouldn't last too long. That would only last like a minute.
I've got an idea.
Huh.
We have the goblins, the hobgoblins.
Yeah.
They would be in the forest. We can just grab one of them. Get them to haul them over.
Might need a few to move big guy.
Well, the hobgoblins are typically strong.
Okay.
Goblins are the weak ones. They're the ones that are punnable. So yeah.
Alright, we're gonna go get some help because it's genuinely the most like Dragos is saying like I do not have anyone strong enough to move this fucking brick wall of a dude.
Yeah, no, that's
I do
valid.
not have anyone strong enough.
Actually, let me check. What is Siri's strength? Because he's actually more of a strength than dex druid. His main thing is wisdom and int, though. Yeah, he has a 15, so that probably wouldn't be enough for a Duergar with heavy plate on him.
I took the plate off, so it's just the Duergar. Like, he has nothing on him.
Even then, a Duergar's heavy. Yeah, y'all are definitely still better off, just in case. Yeah, so you could go get one of the hobgoblins, they wouldn't mind helping. And they would just basically just help you lift the Duergar, and then Siri can handle the satyr. So, yeah, you guys can finally get back to your camp. The hobgoblin will stay the night in the village, so that way he's not traveling at night to get back to camp. But yeah, you guys can get back. Siri can no longer die again, because if he dies again, he won't be able to be brought back by Revivify, but it's there.
You're never leaving camp again.
That was like, that actually really sucks though. He had a really good showing. Like, he did really well. It's just the unfortunate thing of he got blasted.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, no, it's literally now the thing of, like, I can't risk taking him with me.
Yeah. Unless you can get him a lifeline of some kind.
Silva, bitch, fucking protect this man.
You could probably try to reach out to her.
Yeah, dude, I feel like Velva fucking would just be like, oh, that's funny. That's a funny way to ask for help.
Oh, God.
Protect this man. She just makes a tiny little floating shield that does fuck all. And she's like, there you go, I protect. Okay, bye.
Him standing here like, she didn't even give you a lifeline. She just made a random shield and left.
Dude, it's almost like, what does it do? It technically gives him a +2 to AC once per turn. Kind of. Maybe, if it decides to. Like,
it counts if the attack is coming from the side that the shield is actively rotating around, you know? So, like, each turn, it's in a different side. So, it's on the left, then it's behind, then it's on the right, then it's in front.
God, that's the most infuriating type of... I hate that shit in video games.
Same, honestly. Oh, man. Alright, yeah, you can get back home, though. It's, like, night, so you probably want to pass out instead of asking questions and ask things in the morning, because this has been your whole day. But... yeah, you guys, I'm gonna be honest, I'm guessing you just, like, give the prisoners the Countess Mistis so she can put them to work.
Yeah, he'd also warn her that one of them's a barbarian, the other's techie.
Yeah. Oh, she just give you a smile and just go, oh. That's fine. It just means they can take more abuse.
Perfect.
Trust me, if they try anything, I'll just petrify them.
Perfect.
And then rip their eyes out. Or, if you don't mind, we could go other routes. I heard satyr horns make great tea.
That's the most, like, fucking rhino-ass fucking rhino horns help with this. And it's like, no, the fuck they do not. Satyr horns do not do this, but fucking it's just a thing that is said to justify murder.
Aw. Just go, as for the Duergar, I'll just cut his beard off if he tries anything. No pride in a beardless dwarf. You can see, even though he's unconscious, his body kind of twitches.
Alright, they'll be fine, unless they're not.
Oh, man. She just go, anyways, I'm gonna go put them in the prison. Till it's time for them to work.
Alright.
I want to mention, at no point have the Druster ever built a prison. She's just made one for the mines.
Yeah, no, it's fine. I trust her. Nothing terrible could ever happen to this.
Definitely not. Oh, man. Yeah, she, without even, like, getting the help from the other two, she takes both of the people without saying a word, without asking. She just snatches both of them from Siri and the Hobgoblin and just drags them behind her.
I'm gonna turn to the Hobgoblin and thank him for his efforts. Like, I was like, thanks for the help, bud.
He would just give you, like, a solemn nod. Like, I want to mention, this is the quietest motherfucker you've ever been around. Like...
That's fair.
Like, this guy doesn't speak a word. Like, you heard him maybe say, like, one word the entire time. Like, throughout the entire trip.
That's entirely fair. It's
yeah.
late. He's tired. This is bullshit.
Yeah, like, it was like, just to let you know, you're working with one of the rangers of, like, the Hobgoblin tribe, who is, like, his whole thing is that he hunts for, like, the tribe. So he's just here like, alright, I've put my hunting duties aside for the day. I hope the goblins haven't gotten themselves into trouble. Fuck.
I'm so sorry. It's, like...
If they try and hunt something they shouldn't have tried... Honestly, at this point, it's on them. I already taught them how to hunt. Oh,
it's
man.
Fine. It'll be alright. Nothing terrible has ever happened.
Definitely not. But yeah.
Right, well, they're all gonna die, and I'm fucking sad.
He'll head back down tomorrow at sunrise, so. Yeah, you basically just get to sleep in one of the houses for the night.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But next day would go on by. You can. What do you want to do? You want to talk with people? Do you wanna check out your base? Do you wanna murder?
Yeah, I want.
Oh yeah, weren't you like 1 kill away from leveling up, or am I incorrect on that? Or evolving?
I think I already got that.
I didn't remember. I couldn't remember. I thought I can't remember. We need to write this stuff down. Did we ever?
I don't. That's something you've been keeping track of, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
From what I
Okay.
understand.
Gotcha. Well, see, the thing that threw me off with that last session, we got talking about a lot of stuff of like, okay, was this supposed to be evolved, blah blah blah. That really got me confused. I'll be straight up honest on where we were at. Yeah. So weirdly enough, that conversation did more bad than good for me. There.
I have like 2 different things that level me up. One is finding monsters and recruiting them. The other is murder.
Yeah, I was trying to remember how many murdered you needed for your next level up, because I couldn't remember if you had gotten that already in that session.
I think I got it from the loot bed.
Yeah. I think so. We'll go with that.
I think. I know I leveled up twice in a very short period of time.
Yeah, that's that thing of like, because you like leveled up twice like in a session. My brain's having to say, you're like, God, did he get that, or did he already complete that? I don't know.
I think I completed the one murder, and I think those, but I didn't kill either of those people, so
yeah,
technically,
yeah, you technically didn't kill
counts
either.
Regardless, because I defeated them. I don't know.
I'd say you probably have to actually kill, because that's probably what Count Vaughn's looking for, is bloodshed.
Okay, well that fucking sucks.
I mean, it makes sense. It's the god of the undead. He wants dead people. Oh man, but yeah.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 9, 10. 11,
What are you looking? What are you counting?
14. Okay, I need one more monster.
Yep. I'm gonna turn this music down a bit more because I see that you're getting like at the same volume as the music. All right, there.
Okay. Sorry.
You're good.
I just total honesty here, I'm running on like 2.5, maybe not. No, just like 2.5 hours of sleep.
Yeah, I know you didn't come into this with too much because you did like the nap, and I was pretty sure you hadn't slept before you met with me earlier this morning before you even did that nap before. So.
Correct.
Yeah, I figured. All right. Yeah. Okay.
My insomnia is kicking my ass. Whatever.
It does a lot, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah. What do you want to do in your account, or do you just want to go look for things?
I'm gonna see how everything's going.
Okay. So, just like broad.
I've been leaving a lot. Because I've been leaving and like kind of just leaving them to their own devices a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like,
that's fair.
haven't really been around.
Yeah. So, you can see for the night vines for Count Siri and Count Leary. They haven't been here for that long, but they have started kind of getting things growing. So they've started like, because the pond's away outside of the walls right now. And it looks like the Druster's actively like okay, let me just tackle one thing at a time, because otherwise we're gonna start getting sporadic. But Siri and Leary have started making progress on growing the crops a bit faster, so it looks like some more food is growing. You're also no longer limited to just berries. Because you just had berries, man. I'm be real, the summer kitchens were getting kind of tired of berries. Like, that morale was starting to plunge a little, because they were sitting here like, God, is this all we get to eat? Like,
listen, I didn't have a druid. It's not my fault.
Yeah. So, you've seen that they started growing a few fruit-based trees here. Granted, it's in the mountains, so it's a little bit hard for them to grow, but with the help of druidic magic, it can easily fix that problem. So you can see that they're starting to grow, like, different, like, you can see that they're growing a bunch of, like, apple trees, essentially, now. Apple trees, a few pear trees, and, like, 2 or 3 peach trees.
Hell yeah.
Besides that, you can head on over to the Obos, who have fully finished up the trench going into the town from the pond. From the pond. So now you have that water system going into the town. As for the Snowtails, you can see... Oh yeah, by the way, the Obos have now started making a trench around the walls.
Perfect.
So the plan is probably... Yeah. So the plan is probably to make water fill that area eventually, so they can have a drawbridge.
God, that's the most extra ass shit, but I'm all for it.
Hell yeah. The Snowtail have...
Drawbridge.
Oh yeah.
It's just the Obos going for the drawbridge. Everyone else, why are you making that?
Yeah.
Why are you making getting out of this even more difficult?
Listen, man, it's protection.
It's also for theatrics.
Yeah. The Snowtail, I still need to make their monster sheets. They've been essentially kind of like looking like into the monastery, like looking into the god that's probably what it was originally made for. Because originally it was the Latimeria that were looking into it, but the Snowtails have started looking into it as well, so they've started speeding up the progress on uncovering exactly what was going on with the monastery. Which would also probably explain what the ruins might be connected to, what god. Because most likely the ruins that go into the cave, that go into the mountain, probably connect to the god. Or it could just be monsters that are just living there because, well, safe and shelter from the snow, which is also a valid thing. So you might find a mix of the two. But they've been looking more into the thing. They're essentially having to like recover and look through like old books and things like that. Hello air conditioning. I hear you turning on. Thank you. Love you being a nuisance. The summer kitchens again.
On or off, make your mind.
Yeah, no, it like turns on every few minutes and it turns off. It's so stupid. The Oralites that you have, they've been helping with construction with the Druster. So the Oralites and Druster have been working together to expand out the walls. It looks like they're trying to eventually make it connect around the pond, so the pond's not in proxy, so that way the farm's protected. So some of them are working on the wall, and the other half of them are basically working on buildings. So you can see that long building that I told you about before, that seems to be fully built. So you can head into there, and you can see that they've started taking all the books from the old monastery and putting it into that building. So it looks like they're making a proper library out of it. Because they have information at everyone's disposal, then the races that are evolved can learn a lot quicker, which will allow way more advanced, basically battle strategies, as well as just understanding of what world they're actually living in. Which is actually not a bad idea. It also allows them to take language books and actually learn languages of each other, so they can actually communicate better. Which does actually matter in the long scheme of things. And it looks like right now they're working on building a training barracks.
Cool.
Yeah. There's also 2 separate Druster with the Ubagabi that are here, working on building what seems to be possibly something for the artificers, like a tinkering building. Fully built for just, hey, if you want to work on booms, make the booms here, please. Yeah. Also, you're far away again, I'm guessing.
No, I'm right here.
Oh, you sound really far away for some reason.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
I am far away, unfortunately. Actually.
Okay, that is fair.
The T went beat, so I had to make tea.
T went beat. That is completely fair. We're gonna pause it real quick then. Hold on. Alright, everybody, we're back. Sorry about that. He had to make tea, and I needed tea. So, I was running low and my throat was getting dry. So it weirdly kind of just worked out.
Hell yeah. I also got myself spaghetti because I'm fucking hungry.
Dude, valid. I'm probably going to get myself some food pretty soon here too. You have the one aberrant, Aura. Yeah. Aura. It's here. It's kind of here. It can't do much because it's an aura. Like every now and then it brings it forages and brings back a berry. Best you really can do.
Can you go get your friend? Can you go get other aberrants?
You could ask them too. Do you want them to do that?
Yeah, sure. Why not? We'll see what happens. We'll see what comes of this.
All right. It's gonna look to one of the Latimeria. It's gonna look to Sir Festivus. Look to him and just go, "Hey. You. Tall guy. Hey. Hey, you see him just slowly look down. Yeah. Make me a portal. You see him look and stare at this aberrant aura. Where?
That is an important detail. Like, that is like a key detail that is needed.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, you're just looking at just go. Aberrant plane. I'm gonna grab people. I be back. Alright. Well, we need to keep the portal open so you can get back. You realize that, right? Yeah? Just keep it open. In the middle of the fucking town? No! He'll look at Count and just go, I'm gonna go off to the forest and I'll set this up. I will be back whenever this creature comes back.
Dude, Dragos' head is just in his hand. It's the most like, oh my god.
It's the thing if you're realizing you're noticing the same thing in him that you once were. That 5-inch aura looking at him like, hey, just make this. Ah, yeah, let me just do that real quick in the middle of the town, dipshit.
Man, I was once you. Oh god, I must have been infuriating. That's at least like that's.
Oh god. Yeah. So yeah, he would. Sir Festus would probably grab one person to help him out. So he'll grab the expert archer you trained. grab Tetrila, who's recovered from her fatigue.
Good for her.
And he's gonna have her tag along with him as they're gonna set up, like, just in an area for this portal. He's made sure he does it in the forest instead of the mountains, because in case anything does come through, he doesn't want it to be near the base. So.
Yeah.
As for the Merc Seekers, they're gonna be showing up. They start showing up into here, the ones that are not staying back. So you have a total of 9. So 3 of them would basically stay in the cave, continuing to build the ship. The other 6 would show up, and both the Countess and the Count would be here. So they'll show up. They can start helping with either building, unless you have something specific you want them to do. They can help with building. As for Mia, she would actually start arriving, actually, to town. Or actually back from the town to here. As she has her friend that she told you about trailing behind her. And I say trail. So, remember how it was mentioned, he's a slime. There are also the kobolds behind with her, too. She managed to get the kobold to come with her. So you see this kobold mythling bartender walking up. And I don't have a picture for him, because he was kind of on the spot. But for the slime, you can see... dude, you're gonna freaking love this guy. You're gonna love him. You can see this plasmoid, this purple, like, lavender-esque plasmoid. I love his design. He's just a big old goober, man. I love him. He's a little rotund guy. It's one of those things where, like, you know, they can shape themselves to be whatever they want to be, and it looks like he probably just more shaped himself to be more like what he was, like, IRL, before he got infected. And probably just decide, you know what, let's amplify it a bit. He is a monk. You can see, instead of forming legs, he's chosen to just slide across the ground. He has this massive, like, rotund, circular, like, belly. And then he just adds this little head. And it's like, around the head is probably where he's focused his core. Or, like, either core, or it could be, like, extra slime or something into it. Where, like, 2 eyes form, and, like, a darker patched circle is, like, orb is within that area. He might have just made a fake core to trick people. And he has, this, kind of, like, beigeish gray or brownish type of, like, like jacket that probably originally was a monk's kimono, a monk's like robe that probably got torn for obvious reasons, so it doesn't really cover the rest of his torso. It's, you know, it almost covers more like a blanket than an actual like a cloak more than an actual like shirt. Yeah, he's there. He slides his way on up. We would just look and just go, "Hey, Dragos, I've got my friend."
Welcome, hello.
Count Dragos, this is Bob. Bob, this is Count Dragos. He was a human.
Okay, out of character. Of course your name's fucking Bob. Of course your name's fucking Bob. It would be Bob, huh? Fucking Bob looking at.
What are you got against Bob? What's wrong with Bob?
Nothing's wrong with Bob.
Me hostility.
It wasn't even hostility. Alright, random lore about me, I guess. I have an uncle. His name is Bob.
Oh.
So when I was younger, he was the most just like, he was older. Like, he was an older guy.
Yeah.
He was the older uncle. So he didn't do shit. Like, he just sat around and watched everybody else do shit.
Oh, he was that guy.
Well,
No, that checks. My older uncle was the same way too.
Like, he would still do things, and then people would get mad at him for doing stuff.
That also was the same with my uncle.
Yeah, it was just... So I'm just sitting there, I'm like, of course your name's fucking Bob. You fucking ain't doing shit.
Oh, man. Dude, I fucking love that. Yeah, he just like put his like clasp his hands together in front of his chest. He wouldn't be able to wrap them around the stomach and just kind of like gives you a bow.
Brother, what kind of fucking monk are you?
Monk, way of the belly. Kapow!
Dude, it's the way of open belly. A modified version of way of open hands.
Dude, it's like people like, oh, how are they doing knockback when they hit me? They're just like striking me with their fist. This guy, let me amplify that. Let me send you 15 feet back.
No strength save, only reflex, only goodbye.
Only goodbye. You slammed into a structure, double damage. Oh, man.
I like where your head's at. I like where this is going. You can use this. He's a siege weapon.
Oh, God.
Use the guards as projectiles.
Oh, jeez. Okay, getting back on topic. Yeah, no, he give you a bow. He hasn't said much, but there's Bob.
Hey, Bob.
Hey, Bob. You know, for the Latimeria, a portion of them have been trying to look into the ruins, but they haven't gone in too far because you said not to go into them yet. But they've just kind of been like checking out the outer areas, like the ruins that are near the outer areas. Some of them have been working on making medicines and drugs. So there's that. Some of them have been working on growing herbs. And others have been, like, researching into either forms of magic, forms of, like, siege weapons that they could possibly make. Like, making, like, diagrams. Like, you could see, like, one of them actually walk up, like, just some random Latimeria. Basically, get up to the blacksmith. Kind of, like, lean up against his arm. Press her body against him. Just go, hey, what do you want? Listen. I've got this schematic. She kind of like slide it onto the counter. Now, do you think you can make me a hawacha? I don't even know what the fuck that is. You should talk with the artificers. not the blacksmith.
Dude, the Drusker's about to deck her.
I make fucking swords and armor.
And
I don't make Hawacha.
Dude, I know that Dragos wouldn't say this, but I'm sitting here going, and he can't even do that right. Not yet, at least.
Actually, he started getting somewhat decent at it. So right now, he's only able to make commons. But he is starting to improve on the craft. Like, it's actually usable equipment now.
Okay, no, I was just like, Dragos is like in the back of his head. It's like before he looks at the actual, he's like, he's not even doing that all that well.
Yeah.
Turns out, never mind, I'm the asshole.
Yeah, he has like up on the wall, he has a bunch of different equipment just set up on there, just for in case anybody needs any, they can just grab it and go. So there's like great swords, he's made a few mauls, hand axes, daggers, short swords, scimitars.
I want to get this man adamantine.
Yeah. listen, the Fallocytes are working on that, okay? The Fallocytes, by the way, there's not a lot of them, if you remember right. But the 5 Fallocytes, they've been making groundwork on that cave.
Fuck yeah.
Like, yeah. So they're actually making some progress up on that cave. Like, it's actually going inwards. You can see that they've grabbed the Elfies, actually. They have the Elfie essentially, like, when they break off chunks of rock, they're having the Elfies use the zero gravity to make it lighter, and then the Elfies will nudge the rock into piles. Like, into a pile.
Oh my god, they're being useful.
Yeah, they look so fucking happy, by the way.
They're like, yay, I'm helping.
Yeah. They're like spinning their tails, so they don't have to even like trot around to push the stuff. They basically just make the zero gravity happen, and then they just start spinning their tails to propel themselves forward, so they don't have to even like walk. So they can just rest their little legs while they spin their tails.
Dude, I'm sorry. Whenever I like think of these guys walking,
yeah.
I think of, you ever thought of like you've seen like marching cat meme where it, like sticks its foot out all the way in front of it for no fucking reason?
Yeah.
That's just how I imagine they walk, in the most like stupidly militaristic way that just doesn't look right.
God.
Like, cause they're like da 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 da. Like, it's just. That's just how I've always pictured the Elfies walking.
Oh yeah, no, that's pretty fitting.
Just those like da 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 da. Okay, I'm bored with walking. Flies. It's just almost like, what the fuck? You walked for 2 seconds, but how are you already tired?
Okay, next up we have the, like, Summer Kissing Jerry, you know what they're doing? They've been acting as, outlooks. Sugar walks up to you. He's not patrolling right now. In his hand is a bag with lumps. And it's like, it looks like the bottom of it is weirdly a crimson red.
Okay, that's a limb.
I got it.
For sure. Huh?
I got it.
What'd you catch?
Food. Here you go, boss. And he just chucks the bag to your feet, and when it hits, you hear just this, like, disgusting and vile, just...
Oh, God. I know Dragos wouldn't react. It's the most like, okay.
Yeah, that checks. That checks.
Dude, just the most, like, what the fuck did he give me? What? Or can I not even identify it?
Yeah, just, I'll tell you this right now. First, you can see Bob and Mia kind of like look at it. Like, you see Bob, like, you don't know what Bob's expression is because he has no like actual face. But you see him just kind of like look down at it. You see Mia get that look of disgust, like, Dude,
I want to like, yeah. Dragos seems to have like either he's mastered a stone face or he genuinely has no reaction.
Yeah.
Because he just stays pretty, like, neutral towards everything that happens. He's like, I can't show favor to any one type of fucking group because of all these different people. So he just sees it look at like, okay, thanks, sugar. Thank you. You go back to what you're doing.
Yep, he's gonna go
what
do
the
that.
Fuck is just like he like picks it up, but it's the most like I'm gonna deal with me and them, and then I'll deal with whatever the fuck this is.
Okay.
Like it's the most just like, hi, sorry about sugar. Good to see y'all. This is where the buildings are. Like it's just the most like.
Yeah, we were just like,
get them settled in.
We just go, right, well, if you want the use of the bartender to be useful, you should probably set up a tavern if he's going to be useful. That's what he could do best. He'd help bring up the morality.
Okay.
Bob can help get you actual, stares at the bag. Proper hunting. Proper food, and they could be cooked inside the tavern.
I think this probably has something to do with my special ability, but we'll see about that. Yes, I'll get.
Right.
Yeah, no, Sugar tries.
He sure does. He sure does, boss.
Alright. Dude, it's the most like, alright. Fucking, where is. I'm gonna look for Herzog, my boy.
Herzog.
My construction leader.
Yeah.
The man running all my bullshit.
He is working by himself to make a house. So, he has everybody else working on walls and buildings that are meant for actual, utility, and he's over here like, alright, we need living quarters. I'm gonna do that. His building speed is a lot faster than the other Druster. That
would make sense.
Yeah.
So, dude, he just sees the worst thing ever, which is fucking. I know it probably isn't the worst thing ever, but I don't feel like any of the counts like it when Dragos turns in a circle. Spots them and locks on target and walks towards them with the fucking look of I have a mission for you. It's
oh boy!
Oh my god, damn it! I'm getting a quest from the boss.
Oh god! Yeah.
You would just go, all right. Where's the man that'll make the tavern? There you are.
Yeah. So you find him. He's actively lifting up a giant piece of stone up onto a wall that he's putting on. Looks like he's already put on the concrete mixing, so that way it can when he puts it down, it can just dry up and cement onto it. So yeah. All right. So he put it down. Yeah.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna wait. I'm not gonna be a dick and scare him.
Yeah, no, don't worry.
He gets
it done. He gets it done. I mean, if we're being real, he wouldn't punt. If anything, if you scare him, he just smashes the fucking rock on you.
Alright, so I die either way.
Dude, yeah. His whole thing, he's just strength. That isn't, a small guy. That is all strength and body weight going into that shit. But yeah.
No. You would just see Dragos sit there and go, hey, Herzog.
Oh, aye. What do you need?
I have a specific request.
Alright.
To be built after this. We need a tavern so our bartender can actually boost morale.
Right, I can do that. Do you want wood or stone? Stone would look nicer. It'd probably help with more of the morality, but it could burn.
Wood. Yeah, no, okay. Oh boy.
Right now, we've just been building out of stone. Don't get me wrong, it's strong, it's durable, But since it's not quite as decorative and the area's kind of plain looking, people aren't gonna be as enthused about it.
Do we have anyone that can fix that with the color? Okay.
There's you know what? Not him. Actually, Bob. Not Bob. Bob wouldn't know fuck all. I did say when the Merkson would have shown up, so I'd say that probably count is the count is the count's probably near you. There is a reason why I'm saying this, so this way they can just throw out an idea for you. But one they would just go, if we got a race that might be good at creating baubles and other things of the sort, they might be able to create forms of decoration to get around that problem. Things like I don't know, like draped cloth and things like that can string from the towers and buildings, so that way we have some forms of decoration, things like that. That might be an idea.
To break the...
That's Countess Ceresia, by the way. Which, I mean, if anyone's to speak about that, it would be her and the other Count, because those are the two people that actually have jewelry in this entire, entire horde of people.
Yeah, the fucking Merc Seekers.
Yeah.
Yeah, they also make baubles, I'm pretty sure. So...
They don't make baubles. What they do is, that's stuff they plundered. So if you want them to steal shit, they've got you.
Okay, we need... Oh god, this is...
We have some we can dress around the town if you want. We could try to learn making baubles, if that's what you want. We're better for hunting, but we can...
No. You're good. I remember your glowing orbs you had in the cave. Those are what I was thinking of.
Oh, the lanterns. Yes, they're not hard. That would at least give you some better lighting here. It might help a little bit with the decoration and morality setting. But keep in mind, they're not bright. They're dim lighting. Because it's made of mana directly. Also, if I remember correctly, when we were doing that, it's basically just celestial magic that we stole. Well, not celestial beings. We just kind of took it from the plane. They can't be mad about it.
Okay, so...
We could put them, if we want to do better with that, they work better in water, and they'll put out more light in water. So if we did them in the pond and the trench that goes through the town and not around the town, that might help a little bit with lighting and decoration. It'd be kind of like pretty lights in the water.
That would be good. We'll worry about that lightly. It's not a huge thing. I'm sitting here as a player going, we need something like a feltsy.
Yeah.
We need something, it's a niche ass fucking need.
Yeah. It's that weird thing of you could just put any race to it, but a race that actually understands form of decoration and all that would be better suited. It's that weird thing of, yeah. You do know at the very least you can get cotton from the snowtails to make stuff. So the snowtails actually do have some use to this. It's just...
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll have the snowtails produce excess cotton.
Yeah.
At their earliest stage. So they can make banners and whatnot.
Yeah.
For the group.
You, technically, if you really wanted, you could possibly put the snowtails up to it if that's what you wanted. They wouldn't be a bad pick. They're the closest to monster-wise that you guys have. That would be close to, a Bajuk. But...
Yeah.
I don't know if you have a different idea for them.
Yeah, no, I didn't know exactly. I think I'll do that, but then
Okay.
I don't exactly have... And the monsters I know about, I don't know many that would actually be good for this.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna... The snowtails might be the best pick, weirdly enough.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Closer to a Bajuk than a Feltsy, which is I don't know, but fucking... I don't know.
Yeah. Feltsy are less known for their baubles, and they're more known for their insane contraptions made out of wood and rock.
Yeah, I just remember them for their baubles.
But jukes are known for their baubles, funny enough.
Oh, it's Bajukes.
Yeah.
I get them mixed up.
That's fair. They're similar races. Bajukes are basically just ram satyrs, whereas Feltzy are ram satyrs mixed with draconic bloodline. Like that's legit the difference. Also, I mean technically not ram satyrs, more like deer satyrs mixed with draconic bloodline, but you get the point. They're similar. So I get it. I get it.
Yeah. Okay. So...
One also has a way better, like, naturally racial way of culture, because one lives life happily. The other one, aka the Feltzy, has the whole the class system for their jobs that is like used in India, which is, from my understanding, from what I've read, is a rather miserable setup.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I don't really, like, some Feltzy do that. Then there's a lot that just abandon the culture.
That's fair. I set that up because I like having different forms of culture with different villages, because I think it makes things interesting. So I was like, yeah, you know what? The Feltzy, they get this. Because this makes their people very fucking unique.
Yeah, I do have it. It's just also there's like... I know that I had a Feltzy that didn't really have that ingrained in them. So I just had that their parents left.
Yeah, no, that's fair. It's definitely one of those things where, like, if you grow up in the village, you definitely probably have to put up with it. But if you don't, then you're chill.
Yeah.
No problems.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Alright, I guess the Snowtails are the ones that have to deal with it.
Yeah.
Which kind of sucks, because I need them to research.
I mean, you could also just try and find another monster to deal with it. You do need to recruit more monster to get another evolution, so that is an option. So I don't know if you'd want to do that instead, but
it's also the thing of I'm looking at some of the monsters and I don't know like what level I need to be to talk to them.
Honestly, at this point, where you're at, because you're probably going to start picking up speed pretty quick here at this point with the way you're going. You probably wouldn't have to worry too much about it. You're already kind of getting to level 6. Like, you're around the area where you could have gone back and asked the flaming birds if you wanted them, for an example.
Yeah. Okay, so that fucking cat dragon.
You want to go for the cat dragon?
Yeah, because he got mentioned. I just want to go see what the fuck that thing is.
Heck yeah. Also, I love that everybody in the NPC visuals is screaming about Bob. They fucking love Bob. I love him, man.
He is friend-shaped.
Yeah. Dude, they're following my logic. He's friend-shaped. I love him so much. I'm crying. This is Z. And then Reed yelling, holy shit, he's so huggable. He's so jiggly. Oh, yeah, no. Straight up, every single movement from this man, there's jiggle. Not his whole fucking body. Because he just drags himself.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, man. Dude, I want to mention Mia, like, you can tell, like, with Mia, it was like yeah, I got infected type of thing. Like, ugh type of thing. This guy, it looks like it is like he's living his best fucking life. Because he doesn't have to worry about the pain in his knees from before. So, he's just chilling.
Oh, I feel that.
Yeah. Because... sadly enough, the more weight you have in your body, the more stress is put onto your knees and legs and that sort of stuff. So this dude's legs were probably fucking aching the entire time. So, as far as he cares, this is an upgrade.
Upgrades, people.
Upgrades. Oh man! All right, yeah. So you want to go look for the cat dragon? You already know the information of where to find them, so you can easily do that. Also, do you want to check that bag?
Yeah, I want to do that too. I just want to do that away from, like, you know, the squeamish people.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? Like, it's the most just like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah, you see, you get away from them. You open your bag and you see a mangled corpse. You can see what might be a wing. You can see a talon. it looks pretty burned, so he probably cast some type of fire magic on it.
Oh my god.
Nom nom!
God damn. Nom.
Alright, so you bite into it, you realize this is a golden eagle.
Yeah.
Golden Eagle stat block. They have an armor class of 13, 3 HP, aka a 1d6. They have a speed of 20 feet, a fly of 80, and a dive of 400. They have a... Yeah, they dive insanely fast. Their best stat is their dex, so you could end up getting a dex boost of 1. You could end up getting a +1 to your perception, a +1 to your acrobatics, or you could get keen hearing and sight, which would give you advantage on wisdom, aka perception checks that rely on hearing or sight.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we're gonna roll that d4. So there's a lot of stat boost abilities that could come into play, which is really nice. Okay, I'm gonna have to roll this one digitally because I don't know where my d4 is at right now. I always seem to be missing one. All right, 3. So that is not the other thing. It's your +1 to acrobatics. Really niche, but there you go. +1 to acrobatics. You feel just slightly more nimble after eating the golden eagle.
Neat.
Yeah.
That's all I can say. It's just neat. I guess like it's almost like, oh my god, I fucking got a +1. I didn't even get it to a stat. No, it's to a specific check that I haven't rolled once this campaign.
Oh god, that's fucking funny. Okay.
Dude,
so...
Dragos really be sitting here going, man, some of these things really just don't feel helpful, but maybe it'll be at some point.
Yeah, that's fair. No, I mean, that's completely valid. He's gotten some weird ones. He has that, like,
Dude.
back kick.
Yeah, no, he has a back kick. Dude, like I'm looking back at some of his shit that he got.
Yeah.
I shit you not, the first half of his selections,
Mm-hmm.
I really like up until the Haringen, I literally sat there. I was like, I'm getting the worst options from every single thing.
Oh yeah.
like I'm now sitting here like, all right, like advantage against charm and frightened are neat,
Yeah.
but also like telepathy would have been good.
Yeah. From the Ghostwise halfling, that would have been nice.
Yeah, like he gave me brave, and I'm like, you didn't even give me like your race special thing, so I can't get it now.
Yeah.
Like it's just oh cool. I got advantage against frightening. I could eat any paladin and have a chance of getting that. Like it's just the fucking most like.
God, dude, it's honestly funny at this point with the way your luck's gone with it. Okay.
Dude, anything luck based, I'm fucked. Like genuinely, as a person, I believe my luck score is like a 1 or a 2.
Oh, you and me both,
Like-
man. Mine's really not that much better either, for being honest.
Dude, you did the fucking gambling, like the casino for Rum and Harbor.
Oh yeah, no,
And I
that
walked
was
in there-
horrible, man. You did
And I walked in,
not.
I was like, this is the worst fucking place for me. You're like, what you mean? You're gonna be fine. I was like, fucking, you want to bet? All right, here we go. Wrong. Just fucking.
I just wanted to hold out some hope for you. Oh god.
It
Okay.
wasn't even that I had no way of knowing, but I always guessed wrong.
It was just unlucky, like insanely unlucky.
Oh, also, I'm gonna look at Urzog, and I'm like, oh, hey, by the way, gift.
Oh. Okay.
Give him the vicious maul.
Ah, hell yeah. You got Vicious Maul. I need to open up the sheet so I can give him that real quick. But heck yeah.
I can't think he can learn it. I'm pretty sure. Like he can just learn it pretty quick.
Yeah.
He's got time.
Yeah, he can learn it. He can just learn how to use them all. It's fine. Also, I will ask, one, what time do you plan to leave? Do you just plan to immediately leave, like, this early in the morning for the Cat Dragon? And two, who are you bringing with you?
Okay, before I do that, I'm
Oh.
going to grab... Okay, who's getting damned under my will? Somebody. Let me look. Who? I don't know who. We're gonna go up to one of the Floxerns, actually, because they're smart.
Okay.
And I'm gonna like, hey, I want you to learn how to make booms and learn how to make this. He's gonna hand him the prosthetic arm from that fucking artificer. So he's basically gonna push them to become an artificer.
Alright. The Floxern looks to you and nods.
Like, is now a person that we get to do it.
Alright. I'll find an image for them soon.
At some point, like we don't know personality yet. That's why I'm just like
Yeah.
you. That one, the one of nondescript
Yeah.
description. Fucking take this arm and learn.
You see this everyday Floxern give you a thumbs up. Like, you don't know why, but you feel like even though you should be able to see him, it feels almost like looking at like a shadowed silhouette of a person right now. Like your eye, like Count Vaughn has gone out of his way to do like the, like the really niche
this
thing.
person from Vision.
Yeah. You know that like niche thing in the Super Smash Bros. Brawl, like a new challenger has approached, and they just have the silhouette of the character. It's like that.
Oh my god, dude! I just love this campaign sometimes because I can just do shit like that, where I just go, you random background, you're now important, USDM. Okay. Also, god damn it.
Yeah, no, like we have to go there and go. Okay, let's make this happen.
Yeah, no, it's the most like I'm like, I'm sorry, but also I saw him literally fling a random syringe and heal a fucker for a actual substantial amount. So Dragos is like, no, that's some fucking bullshit. We need that on our team.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. Like, I'll be straight up, dude. I'll go and roll to see if they're blessed or not. Are they a blessed one? I know my answer to that. Hey man, give me a D4. We're determining the gender of the random person live on camera.
A D4?
Yeah, 1 to 2 is a woman, 3 to 4 is a man, or vice versa. Which one do you want which lower or higher for woman? I guess is the best way to put it. And
Higher, because considering this is a Vilva affected,
okay,
woman is quote unquote better.
Yeah, okay,
With Vilva's eyes.
Okay.
And with a natural 4.
So, which one was that?
That's the female character.
Alright, we got another woman. We don't have a lot of guys, but we got another woman.
I feel like there's a lot of guys technically because of the Drusker.
Yeah, it's the weird thing of more of like a lot of the background characters are guys. A lot of more of the actual main like hit 'em people have been women. Which it is what it is. It's kind of just whatever images I end up finding end up being the thing that I end up using for it. And it just so happens I tend to typically find more women than men for AI, and that's just because people tend to generate AI women a lot more. That's kind of just the half of it, if we're being honest.
Yep.
The other half is because I leave it up to a dice. Or sometimes Acrid just goes, this is a woman. And I'm like, okay. Right. Like that, Countess Mistis. I think like straight up, if I remember it was with her, you went like, yeah, this is a woman. I'm like, she is now. Who's this one of them? It might not have been that one, but I do remember that being one of the monsters.
No, it absolutely was. It was they were
Yeah.
a they, and I was like, yeah, she, and you were like, all right, it's a woman now. I was like, oh fuck, my bad. I didn't know I didn't know I assigned the gender. Jesus Christ.
You did. Oh god. Okay. Either way, is there anything else you wish to do before you leave?
I've got I can delete that fucking prosthetic limb.
Yeah.
Dude, it's the most just like, Dragos is just walking around performing chores before he's allowed to leave.
I mean, it makes sense. You gotta get some of that stuff done. You know?
Alright, he's gonna walk up to the fucking, the Smith. Smith, and be like, here you go, and just lay down this fucking 65 pounds of just fucking plate. Plate mail.
Heck yeah, you would take it. Give you a nod. You see him just kind of go, appreciated.
Yeah, I'm also gonna give him specifically
Hmm.
a bottle of Boundless coffee.
All right. Yeah, no, he takes that happily. He will be making and using that.
I know, that's why I gave it to him. Like, I know Dragos uses his. So Dragos is sitting there like, you work a lot.
Uh-huh.
I mean, all the counts work a lot. But you work a lot as a background guy. Here you go, have coffee. Okay, bye.
Have coffee. All right, thanks, man.
I have Mountain Bank. Dude, wait, hold on. The Cape of the Mountain Bank isn't a tune? It just fucking is?
Oh? Is it just there?
Huh? Okay.
Oh, man. Okay.
Fucker could have just dimension doored. That's insane.
Yep. But with it being a Duragar, he's stubborn.
Well, now he gets to be stubborn in the mines.
Exactly. Oh, man. Okay. Okay. So, who are you bringing with you? Or is there anything else you want to do?
Is there anything else I have?
I don't want it to seem like I'm rushing you, because I'm not. I'm legit just trying to figure out if there's anything else.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to also learn if I've got anything else. All right, we're going up to one of the many female Latimerias.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, because I feel like a lot of them are just is magic or does something. Like a lot of these people don't feel like they have classes. They're just kind of waiting to be assigned, or they fall into their default.
Yeah, yeah. It's more of like if they aren't assigned something, they fall under their default.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give them potions. Now I'm gonna assign them to learning alchemy.
Alright. Alright, they start working on alchemy.
Yeah, cause I'm sorry, I'm like, we could use health potions. That
Yeah.
would be sick. That'd be great.
So
honestly.
you see her look to Count Urzog.
Oh my god.
She starts walking up. And you see her just go, "Hey Urzog, what?" "I have a request. And I don't care." "Well, you should." So, I've been assigned to make the potions. So I need an area to make potions. Alright. Do it outside. But if the weather's bad, all the potions go boom. Unless you want me making it in the monastery and possibly blow up the shard, you should make me a building.
Dude, I can't wait for her to turn around and she has a fucking 4 sticks and a rock. Like the shittiest shed. And he just said, "There, you have cover. Fuck off." Like, it took him 20 minutes and a fucking dream, and he walked away. Like,
You You see him look to this, to like one of the druster at a wall and go, "Hey, you!" You see him like the druster look over. Make a building, potions for her now. Grab one of the Orlites. Oh God. Give them a nod.
I love this area because I love the fact of just how disarrayed everything is.
Oh yeah, it's great, man.
It's not even like any of them could be mad. Like it's like, all right, no, like boss is doing what he can, which isn't much.
We're working with what we have, and that's all we can do for now. We just gotta deal with it, type of thing.
Yeah, it's like, all right. I'm also gonna grab half the snowtails and have them start working on decorations.
All right.
Like make the place look a little bit better. The rest of you keep researching, but also, fucking Jesus, we need anything to break up the color palette here.
Oh yeah, you know that like evolving them would allow them to properly make some stuff. So right now the best they can do is that they can start just like how they do with their talisman for their from their wool. How they kind of grow the talisman off their wool. They can start slowly start forming basically like more decorative banners from their wool. So, they can start doing that. Right now, their dye and color of it is pretty limited. They can only do whites and blues. That's all they're able to typically be able to do. But if they can get hands, they can start making actual dyes for the banners and start actually making them a little bit, a little bit more optional on, like, the colors, choice, palette, and such. Which could actually be a lot better for you in the long run.
I gotta evolve them, don't I?
You would probably need to evolve them to make that happen. One of the less cocky ones, the happy one, will let you just go, "Hey, boss.
Yes.
I just want to let you know, I talked with Velva. We can get you a blessing if you want it."
Okay, I will be evolving your shit then.
Okay.
Dude, goddamn, I'm sitting here in the most, I need to evolve the goblins, but also, son of a bitch.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, by the way,
Morale
Selena is... I'm so sorry, I forgot. Selena, she's almost done. She's, literally next session she will be done. So...
Dude, I want to mention, it's the thing if he looks at her stack of papers, and the fact she's taken up probably half the goddamn library at this point.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm gonna be honest, they made a office room just for her. In the library. That's why it's as long as it is, because a lot of it is just books for people, but there's just a section, in the right corner, that is oh, there's a separate room. It's gotta be, and then you see the sign that says, "Do not enter ever." And it's just Countess Selena's just entire plan room.
Dude, Dragos just pokes his head in
as
if he's walking into a thermo nuke.
She is actively, this is the reason why I say she'll be done with it next session, meaning Vilva will get one final roll. You can see she's actively passed out at the desk, face in chest. Because it kind of get in the way, if I'm being honest, with that type of body. But she's basically just passed the fuck out. There are papers on the floor, on the desk. There's a pen underneath her right hand. Hair is a mess because she hasn't had time to brush it. You can see where there's, there are dishes that, people probably brought to her. It's hey, here's some food. I'm gonna go now. So there's just, a stack of bowls.
Oh, my God.
Wooden bowls. Just near her desk. Yeah. Yeah, and there are bookshelves of just folders. Of folders,
Dragos.
books with schematics, all that. Yeah.
Dude, Dragos is definitely gonna have to look through all that. Dude, that might... He definitely sits there with that look of, I need to go through all of this.
You know for a fact that's gonna take more than a day.
Yeah, which also, like, in his head, he's like, I need to look through this. But today is not the day. That's not. Like, it's just...
Not today, tomorrow maybe. This
Like,
is just a constant
alright.
thing. Like, tomorrow, yeah, tomorrow.
Dude, he looks, he goes, today is not the day. And fuck, I might not do it tomorrow.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like, he's just sitting there like, I'm gonna wait until it's done. Yeah.
Dude, I'll admit
I
you, by the
want
way,
you to know.
you open that door even slightly, and you just hear just like, just start away, like,
He shuts the door.
yeah. That's fair.
Just like a quiet shut. They're like, I'm not bothering her. I'm not. She's tired. I'm gonna leave her alone.
Oh, God. Dude. Alright. I'll mention. Oh my god, this is okay. This is a thing that's gonna happen. So, weirdly enough. Okay. So, you can start hearing some commotion outside of the library.
Oh, yeah, I walk out. What happened? What went wrong?
Alright.
What fucked up?
So, you can see near the opening of the ruins area. Some people have, like, backed away from the ruins, aka the Latimiri that have been studying the area. They've kind of backed away. I give it some space. Give it some space. You see the weirdest fucking monster you've ever seen in your life.
Oh.
I'm about to introduce you to a one-of-a-kind monster.
Oh my god, we're gonna die.
So it has this black, fuzzy fur. That, like, is really fuzzy up near the head. But it really thins out once it gets to the lower body. And then it kind of gets fuzzy again around the arms and legs. It's a bit of a unique thing. I'm putting it up into D&D visuals as well as on the OBS right now. This... Uh-huh. Yeah. I don't know where the fuck it downloaded. Where did it download? Where the hell did
Is
it...
your cousin Golem to soup?
I'm not gonna lie, that's what came to my mind. Oh, it went to my wallpapers folder. Why'd it go to my wallpapers folder?
Are you Golem de Ramen? What the fuck?
I love that weird callback. No, it didn't even go to the wallpaper. Why did it show it went to the wall? Where the fuck has this image gone? I just want to show it on OBS so people can see it.
Golem de Ramen?
Golem de Ramen, dude. Oh my god. Oh,
I
no.
really
Okay,
hope
now
that's
it's
not
showing,
his
like...
name.
Dude, who knows what it is. So, it has these, like, black, long horns now that I got it up on OBS. People can actually see it. Black, long horns that go directly up. And they go up, then they go up and inwards, and then up and outwards, and then back into the center, like, centering with the original root area of it. And it gets skinnier as the horns go up. It has, like, chopsticks in its, like, fur on its head. Like hairpins. It has made this massive pot for ramen that its legs and arms stick out of. Or not really its arms. The arms go over the lid of it. But its legs stick out of. There's ramen that just seems to be in this vase. By the way, it's just standing inside this vase. It is just like orange, black, and white, intricate designed, pot. And it has this little, like, necklace with, like, 3 papers that have been twisted around, just kind of around it. Not wearing a shirt, by the way. It's weirdly humanoid-esque. It's, like, 3 feet tall, similar to a goblin. And on its right shoulder arm, it's probably taken what may have been like a sign to like a tavern or something, and just plastered it onto its arm, like a quote unquote like armor. There's these big yellow like soulless eyes. Like there's nothing going on in the back of his head. It's just using these chopsticks to just take some of the noodles out of its like, I guess, attire. It's just eating from the bowl that it's standing in.
Okay.
So,
Dragos really is just sitting there, like, he walks out, like, what's happening? He sees them backing away from the fucking area, like,
yeah.
the study area. He's like, oh, what the fuck did they wake up? He's headed towards it. He sees this
Thing.
entity, and he just goes, that's it? Huh. Maybe it's a doomsday. I don't fucking know.
No, you see, like, is that thing like you see the line of mirror looking at it with disgust.
Of course they do. There's a lot of Miria.
Yeah. They're looking at it like, what the fuck is your taste?
Okay, so here's the weird part, right?
Got a new
Typically,
snake.
A one.
Oh, Issa's here. Hi, what? Hi, we're recording. What's up?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, hey, what's up?
What's up? What did you say? What about Shake?
I got a new snake.
Oh,
I'm from a I came from a reptile expo.
Let's go! This is such a weird area you popped into right about now.
I sounded like a jump scared you, bruh.
I'm not gonna lie, you kind
going
of did.
I got a snake. She eats eggs. She eats quail eggs only.
Oh, damn. So she's like vegan?
That's not what vegan is, buddy.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, man, that's awesome. Did you give him a name? Or does she have a name?
Not yet. I'm still
Yeah.
trying to decide.
You should name her Worm.
Sarah.
Sarah! Oh, yeah.
Cheese.
Cheese.
Sarah.
Name cheese. In name of Algonzo cheese.
Cheese?
Hello,
Wait, I'm gonna turn on my
cheese.
camera. So you guys can see her.
She's turning on the camera. Hell yeah. What were you trying to say, by the way, Acrid? I'm gonna look at this camera. Oh my god. Yo! She's like a little green snake. You got her in a bowl.
She's
You
so
gonna eat her? You
cute,
gonna
bro.
cook her up? I'm sorry. That is cute, though. That is cute.
She's cute, bro.
Ah, I love it.
My parents convinced me on getting her. I didn't want to get her
Yeah.
because we shouldn't really get another snake
Yeah.
because we're renters.
Okay.
But oh well.
Hey, let's go.
So far where I'm at right now.
Heck yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, with where you live, yeah. I mean, you obviously don't say it because, recording and all that. But, like, yeah, no, that would check.
I'm in New Hampshire.
Oh, my God!
How fucking dare you?
Oh, dude. That's awesome, though. That's awesome. Acrid, we gotta keep this thing going. So, what were you saying?
No,
Alright.
okay, so with the monsters, right?
Yeah.
The way I understand is the more unique they are, the more powerful they would be if they evolve.
Yes.
I'm guessing.
Kind of.
So if I evolve this Doomsday Bowl,
Yeah.
will he just turn into a ramen nuke?
I have an idea of what he could become. And oh my god, I love it. So it'll make sense when you understand he's just unique.
Well, I don't understand. But also, I need you on my team. Also, I might have to evolve you way later, because I've got, like, a backlog I gotta go through.
Oh, yeah, no, it's fair. When you look at him, you get, like, a little name tag that floats above his head. Like, it looks like Count Urzon, not Count Urzon. Count Vaughn gave you a little bit of an upgrade with your monster ability thing. So you can see what this monster's called. It's called a Bullywog.
Okay, can I run a fucking metagame? What the fuck is this?
Yeah, go for it. So, like, you can look at it. You roll me a history check. You do it with advantage because you have Count Vaughn's thing. Yeah.
Looking at his name tag and I'm waiting for the stats to show up. Like, what the fuck are you?
Yeah.
I love the idea that people just see like his the yellow of his eyes slowly start to turn black whenever he does this because he's just like, what the fuck? Oh my god! All right, time to cheat.
Oh man.
Like,
it's
very clear when he's cheating. Like he's having to cheat. Okay, so it's a 21.
21. Okay.
18.
So first of all, you know that Bullyogs are technically a runic and quote unquote more sentient version of aberrant mimics. They're a really odd form that formed in a old dynasty that kind of just slowly began to spread. Thing is, that dynasty fell, ages and ages and ages and ages ago. So it's that weird thing of these things are rarely ever found, and they're typically only found near ruined areas that have been, around for, hundreds of years. Because, if they ever, stepped foot in, a normal town, they'd probably be butchered. Because people would look at it and be like, oh, that's demonic. But back then, these things were known to be friends with the people of that dynasty. But, again, they started hiding in the ruins because, modern day people started looking at it and went, oh my god, what, is that infernal? Hello, air conditioning. So it's a weird aberrant mimic that, because of its fur, it has cold resistance, but it would have vulnerability to fire. It also has immunity to psychic damage. Rather than polymorphing itself, which it can do, it also has the option to just polymorph other people, and it tends to just make them into a bowl of ramen. That's its typical go-to.
That's fucked.
Yeah. It will eat the noodles, and those noodles, when it's eaten, do drain your health. The next thing is that stat-wise, you're looking at a 16 for their strength, a 13 for their dex, an 18 for their charisma, and a 17 for their con. And then their wisdom is a 10. And int's an 11.
So we've got a charisma-based aberrant.
Charisma-based aberrant. Also a con-based aberrant. They really go, hey, hear me out. Bloodline. Bloodline of what? Bloodline of ramen. What the fuck? I cast ramen. What do you mean? Don't you mean scorching rays? No, it's just 3 beams of fiery ramen.
It's just straight noodles slapping you.
Dude, it's just hot water with ramen.
You take damage. There is no fucking type. It just, you got hurt. You don't know why.
You take fire, bludgeoning, and psychic.
You take damage. You cannot resist the ramen. You take ramen damage. You cannot resist it.
Cannot resist it. Yeah. One of their techniques that is that they literally grab the ramen from their body and they chuck it at a person. To literally just try and burn the person's skin. They've also been known to use those chopsticks like daggers.
Alright.
Specifically throwing daggers. Heck yeah.
Approach calmly.
Let's go.
Not reaching for my weapon.
Yeah, no, this dude's like, I'll be honest, like, he's just looking around, like, just eating the ramen. Like, that is steaming hot.
Bro, he probably is so mad confused. He's like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
There's people here now?
Yeah.
There's people here now? What the fuck? Hey, yo? Like, it's just fucking...
like, that's gotta be confusing.
Like, he's like, alright, they're all dead. I'm alone. Wait, why is there noise?
What's going on?
Huh? What the fuck?
Why
the
are-
owl people?
Why are there owls? What the fuck? What is that? Why are these rock things?
What the fuck is any of this? I don't
Sentient
remember this
pumpkins? We are not fucking pumpkins. Ubagabi getting angry.
game. Dude, I want to evolve the Ubagabi. I want that to be known. I really want to. But
Yeah.
I've got like a backlog of like 3 other motherfuckers I gotta evolve.
Oh yeah, it's fair.
Because I need to evolve I need to evolve Snowtails. I need to evolve the goblins. Because that was part of the deal.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I need to evolve the Ubagabi. And then there's the Gibbleboo, which are just there. But I want to evolve them.
There's
But
also the
like,
oboe.
there's also the oboe. Yeah, that's 5 other fucking evolves I need to do.
Yeah.
And then there's the cat dragon.
Yeah.
And then there's this motherfucker.
If
Fuck
you-
the cat dragon today, I guess. I'm dealing with the booyah.
Yeah, no, the boyo's just staring at you like, what up? Like, he's just confused. They're like, you can't tell what's going on with his eyes. You could roll an insight check and you still wouldn't know. It wouldn't help you.
That's fair.
Unless you
I
can roll
know.
an insight of 40, you're not picking up on what he's putting down.
Dude, he ain't putting anything down. That's the gimmick. That's the
that's the thing.
He's giving you nothing. Alright, dude, it's the most, like, quickly cycles through languages. Do you understand me? Like, it's just most, like,
What languages do you know?
Abyssal, Elvish, Ignan, Infernal, and Primordial. And Common, but, yeah.
Alright, he knows primordial. So he
Thank God. Like, it's the most, like, do you understand me? And it's the me that he reacts to.
Yeah. You say the me in primordial, and he just goes, oh, hi.
Oh, okay. Hi. I was trying to see if you could
No.
understand me.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
That's good. Oh, tired.
Yeah, just woke up from a 200-year nap.
I definitely blinked several times. Like, it's that fucking, like, aw. Alright. Yeah, man. So glad you enjoyed your cheap. God, you're ancient. Jesus Christ. Goddamn. You were around before the old times. Before the times that things went bad.
Dude, he was around when the times of Pirate DDD was around, man. Like,
Dude.
actually, weirdly enough, wait, no, he actually straight up was. He was awake during a portion of Pirate DDD's reign, and then went to sleep in the other half, because of that year mark. That. That's funny. I see the dynasty's back.
Kind of.
That's good.
Two legs aren't super friendly to us.
2 legs. He looks down at your 2 legs.
Oh, right. I'm not a... I evolved. I was a magma aura.
Oh, other monsters are evolving. That's good.
Because of me.
That's good. So did the other people who were alive still live? Have they gone extinct?
Not yet. I don't think any of your... Were you friends with the people here, or were they bad to you?
The ancestors were good people, but there were always bad ones too. We kind of worked in harmony back then, but sometimes after the dynasty fell, people would come into the ruins, and they would try to take us because we'd hide in our vases. We'd tell them no, 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 and then they'd try and swing on us. So we would do what was needed, which was to kill and then eat them and turn them into noodles.
Fair enough. Well. I'll be real. Dragos is like sitting there, like in his head, he's like, God, you talk slow. Oh. Oh. Oh, talk faster, goddamn you. It's almost like...
Oh, man.
Talk too fast and Dragos can't understand you. Talk too slow and he just gets annoyed. He's like, oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Dude.
Okay, you go, well, I was looking to take over this island and make it safe for monster kind.
Okay.
But that requires removing the descendants, I guess you would call them?
The descendants don't share the same love as my old masters. I would happily see them rot.
Would you also be willing to help in keeping them contained? Because we'll need to keep some of them around.
You see him use the chopsticks and shove down like an obscene amount of ramen into his mouth.
I feel like it just disappears into the void. Like, I don't even see a mouth. It just gets
so,
absorbed into the black. So
here's the funny thing. You normally don't see a mouth on this guy, and then you see this massive hole open up in his mouth that forms like a quote-unquote mouth onto his face underneath his eyes, and then it closes back up. That's how his mouth works.
Dude, I'm gonna be real. Dragos is sitting there in the back of his mind. He goes, mimics.
Yeah.
Mimic. Advanced mimic.
You see him just go, well, I need to talk with the others about it. Let me bring them, and you can ask them again. And he will just turn around, and you see him knock on the entrance of the ruins 7 times, and then put his hands onto the ruins, the runes on the wall, as they begin to glow a bright blue. And like 5 minutes later, you can see a bunch of them start walking up.
I want to mention, he's sitting there and he's looking at this like, oh my god, I didn't expect that to work.
So, you can now roll me a persuasion check.
Alright, cool. I have expertise in that now.
You do.
Which means I have a passive +9.
Let's go.
Fucking Loki's got Dragos obliterated.
Yeah, but he's higher level too. Not by much though. Right? He's just crazy with his stats.
I mean, he just got a +5.
Yeah, but like you're bouncing it off of standard array if I remember right. If that's what I can't remember what we did set you up. It was standard array. It The standard
Yeah,
array,
it
and
was.
then you've gained stat points from everything else, or you're supposed to, but you haven't really got to that many stat boosts, weirdly enough. I thought you
No,
would.
I haven't. I've gotten like nearly none. The only ones I've gotten
Guy
are the
with Dex.
decks.
Yeah.
And it's the only reason I'm alive.
Yeah.
It's the only reason I can attack with a weapon. Actually, wait, no. Here's the best part. Dude, I need charisma buffs too. So, like, when I got the satyr, I was like, okay, no, the charisma would be good, and I don't get that. Because I have the ability called Lies, where I can use my charisma modifier.
Yeah.
Dude, I have a +3 in charisma, and I have a +3 in dex. I'm literally sitting here like, I need something. I need to get higher. The
Yeah.
highest modifier I have is a +3.
Oh man, yeah, we gotta do something about that. Oh man, but yeah, no, you can roll your persuasion. Let me know what you get.
28.
28.
I got really lucky.
Okay. Yeah, with that 28, you would see them look to each other, taking like almost in sync, taking a chunk of ramen out of themselves, devouring it. Then look back to you. Sure.
Okay, how many are there?
There's a total of 10. So
oh
you
my god.
you have 10 of these things. There would have been more, but some of us have died to the adventurers.
Okay, so Count Bowo.
Oh
Yes.
man. As yeah, you now have the bullyog.
Oh my god. Alright, so. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Mhm.
Man. Alright, so that's 15 monsters. That's actually a level.
Heck yeah.
But I don't think Mia doesn't count as a monster. Like, I don't think so, at least.
Mia? No, she doesn't.
Yeah.
She's kind of just an
Okay.
ally.
Hell yeah. 6.
Otherwise, Bob
Also, I
would have
would've-
counted.
Dude.
Bob and the
Bob built
bartender.
Different.
Bob built different for real. He's built correctly.
Yay, I can now sap people's life force and heal myself even further.
Heck yeah.
Dude, I fucking love the fact these people just have to sit there and go, God, stop fucking healing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Stop.
Oh man. All right.
Stop, you fuck.
Dude, it's funny. It's funny. All right. So yeah, dude. You get to you got the bullyog. I don't know if we want to end off there or if we want to go deal with the cat dragon, but
Dude, I got them, so now I'm level 6, which means I get to evolve somebody.
who you evolving?
And then I also have to deal with a blessing that I get to throw out at somebody.
Mm-hmm.
For the sake of getting some decorations going, so morale stops decreasing. I hate that I have to do this. Snowtails, arise.
Alright, the snowtails have arisen.
And then, blessings, who's suffering? Let's see.
God. Who are you putting blessings on?
I don't know. Somebody's getting blessed.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh man. I can, if you want, I can go in. I can actually have something pre-ready for the Snowtails for when you eventually did. I do have one ready to go for them. So I can actually go ahead and get you the image of your count or countess. What are we doing here?
I think it's a countess.
Is that what you want for
Yeah,
them?
because I think the voice that talked to me was female.
I'll be real, I was just trying to go for a somewhat neutral high pitch because I didn't know what you would want for them. Okay, so it's a woman.
Yeah, I wrote countess, so that's what it is.
Okay, that's what it is then. Great. Alright.
Is he eating ramen out of his pants?
Yes, he is. Dude. Okay, so I can go and get you the image for this one then. Yeah, so straight up, I'm be real, she's a bit of a unit. But I'm also be real, she's a unit because remember how I said that Velva decided, she popped in twice? There's been 2 times where she's messed with stuff.
Mm-hmm.
One of the ones was that she chose to put a blessing onto the Snowtails.
Okay, so I can't bless the Snowtails, I'm guessing.
I mean, you could, it's just you would amplify the blessing. Which means that race could become broken.
Oh, man. Do I crave balance or do I crave funny?
Which one do you crave, man?
I don't know, because it'll be funny, but also funny, haha. Yeah, I don't fucking okay. Who do I want to fucking bless? Goddamn. Okay.
Alright. While you do that, while you're figuring this out, I'm gonna send you the image. How about that?
Yeah, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I don't want to bless. I'm like weird. I don't want to bless a Velva monster.
No, I get it, man.
It's also like they're already terrifying enough. They don't need help.
Yeah. So I'm gonna start describing this while you're figuring this out. You would see looking over. She's kind of like nearby, so you can kind of see her. She was like already kind of working on it. It's the one that was like really like big-eyed. You can see this pretty like Bajuk-esque person. She has seen like. She's gotten, because of Velva's thing, she hasn't gotten the whole primordial sheep face that, the, Floxerns got, for example, when they evolved. So she already has more of that natural human-esque body. She skipped the primordial phase of evolution. She has these ram-like horns, this white, long, fluffy hair that goes, down to her shoulders, slightly past it afterwards. But it's a lot more fluffy than long, if that makes sense. I mean, she just has an obscene amount of layers. Very, very layered hair. It looks like she was already prepared for when this would happen, because she already had clothes on standby. She has a black sweater, dress that basically goes down slightly past the knees, essentially. And, she's most likely sewed this for herself. She probably already had this probably pre-ready to go. She has this kind of black lamb-like face, essentially, is the best way to put it. But these red eyes. She seems to have sewn this, white, jacket. You know those, tailcoat jackets that, performers will wear when they're going to do pianos at, concerts, that sort of thing. It's kind of like that, but she's given some modifications. So she's made it to where the coat, normally the coat would have, covered the entire torso. Instead, she's made it to where it opens up for the chest to come popping out like a fucking pop-up book. And then just reclosing back up near, the hip area. But it's just, white, baggy, a baggy, quote-unquote. It would be baggy for anybody that wasn't her. Jacket that kind of drapes across, the majority of her left leg and then leaving a slitted opening so you can see her right thigh essentially. And it's a long sleeved one, so there's a bunch of white fur kind of around the wrist area for decoration, a white scarf that's kind of built into it that also acts like a hood if she wants to make it work that way. She has a bell attached to the center of it. And she has a talisman that she just keeps on her forehead. connected onto her onto her hair. And then black pants, like black leggings underneath the not pants, leggings, very different, like skin tight leggings essentially underneath the dress to go any further past. And she has this instead of having a belt, she's taken a rope and then just made it go around the hip essentially like a quote unquote belt. So yeah. Also, again, unit of a lady. Those hips are gonna send you to God. She is a siege engine. So there you go.
Great. Oh boy.
Yeah, she'd look down to you. Cause she's like a good 6 feet in height. They're big
I
people.
want to mention he just sits there with this look of what the fuck.
Yeah. She looks over and just goes, well, appreciated, boss. I'll get to working.
Great.
Alright.
In the back of his mind, what the fuck?
Oh, God. The sheep.
Why am I short?
Dude, yeah, no, I'll be real. You just the snowtails are just big sheep. So when they got evolved out sooner, I'm like, no, they would probably come out also big. Yeah.
First, the fucking night vines become colossal. Now the sheep. God damn.
Oh, I'll be real. No, Siri and Leary, they're just tall. They're just weirdly they're above average. They're just weirdly tall. The night vines are typically only 4 to 5 feet in height. You're still tall. Don't get me wrong. Oralites are still naturally shorter, but that's because they're more lizard-esque. They're more related to more kobold-esque rather than, lizard folk or anything like that. So it's that weird. If you had gone if you had chosen to be an ice aura instead of a magma aura, you would have probably been more of a lizard folk than a kobold. So yeah.
Neat.
Or I might have made you into a Yanti. A Yanti, variant. So, yeah. Alright, but, yeah, you got your snowtails. Did we want to end it off there? And then you can figure out what blessings you want later on.
Yeah, we can do that.
Alright, we'll do that then. Thank you all for watching this episode. You can find more of the Monster Campaign up on Spotify and up on YouTube. We're getting it on Spotify. Give me time. Give me time. Sheesh. Sheesh. Calm down. Calm your tits.
God damn.
Oh, man. But yeah, no, you can find more of these campaigns like Sanity Campaign, Duped Campaign, it keeps going. Up on the Lost Shipyard up on YouTube. And if you want to go find other stuff on Lost Harbor Tavern up on YouTube and on Spotify, you can find other campaigns that we have, like Rum and Harbor Campaign, Brothel Campaign, Hidden Garden Campaign, you name it, it's there. We'll see you guys next time. And bye-bye!
Bye.